the regional finals. So I think this could be a key week to hopefully get a lot of points for these 8 players, respectively.
It always is, because when you look at players that have done very well in pro competition so far, you know, a notable player, for example, being Val, who, if memory serves, won the first week of EU East. We see Val every now and again in Open Series looking strong, but not really a regular attendee. So, you know, you have someone who's won a tournament, and then we look at the fact that they haven't made it into another week. Maybe they didn't enter. Who knows? There's all kind of things. Now, some players actually, once they qualify and they're safe in points for the regional final, some players actually are currently not playing in it because they're like, right, I've qualified. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to chill out, and I'm going to just kind of grind and train rather than like, you know, some players I think find tournaments a bit stressful or whatever the case may be. Some players I think just want to kind of take that practice time elsewhere, which, to be fair, makes sense. We're seeing that in many different sides actually of pro comp, and then you do have some players that are like, nah, I'm going to go for every amount of point I can possibly get, you know. And I think we actually will be seeing that a little bit later today with EU West, where, you know, the two most successful players, Video Game Joe and Raichu TQ, both, I believe, in the bracket, but we'll have to consult that a little bit later. Don't quote me on that. I haven't seen the bracket. I've remarked about it earlier on. But either way, I think we should be good to go into our first matchup as soon as possible, which, as we quite rightly pointed out, is going to be this kind of battle of Russia, which is this very prominent factor in EU East, Mitsu owns, because Russia is such a large, dominant scene for Mortal Kombat, and they have been for many years.
It's not just a large country, it's not just a large scene. I love their loyalty. The minute you see like a Russian player, even in like an international competition, you see the love just pouring in, supporting their people, writing those, you know, Russian alphabet stuff and whatever. But it's really nice to see the support from the Russian community. As we say that, we are indeed good to go. It's going to be Mercer taking on Magic T. And Magic T trying to be a bit cheeky here with the hidden select. Let's see who it's going to be.
If you play multiple characters as well. Oh, well, speaking of which, okay, hang on a minute. It's going to be the Spawn. Now let's talk about this matchup a little bit. We have to talk about this matchup a little bit, Mitsuones, because Spawn is not really a character that we see very much, and we saw this coming in. Obviously, we're going to have to find out what moves he takes. The charging Hellspawn is one of them, and going in for the instant jump too. Can only assume he has gone in with the air letha glide, otherwise he wouldn't have gone for an instant jump in mid-combo, which is common for Spawn players. You know, so many players, Mitsuone, were like, Spawn in customs, oh, he's going to be really interesting. You know, he's going to be super cool because we have this element of being able to go with these crazy moves that didn't exist before, and now a lot of spawns are going for glide and charging Hellspawn, which is just the one. But I haven't seen the glide yet, so I'm not gonna say it just yet. Oh,
The way to interrupt that teleport, or evade rather. A few pokes.
1-1 staggers. I love the 1-1 staggers though. It just challenges them to press so bad. And the back one is a cheeky little catch afterwards. Sin Blade, of course. Wouldn't be Mercer without it. Ooh, he tried so hard. He really did. That classic Scorpion trick, Mitsuone. You want me to anti-air? Take this teleport, mate. Eat it.
Trying to shimmy a bit with the 4-2. Not working. Staying 3 points at mark.
Cheeky sweep. Oh, big jump in.
Not gonna matter too much. 1 round apiece here. Mercer answering back.
Hang on. Now, I saw in his variation, it talked about round 3. And
Hold
you know
on a
what?
minute.
I think I know why. Okay, easy crushing blows activated. And he hasn't landed a single KB before it. In fact, I think he kind of saves it almost for like that final round. So this is going to be one hell of a win condition character. Don't get hit by basically anything, especially with no breaker. Let's go, Magic T.
Any touch could be a what? Like 50%?
Whoa.
Easily 50%.
Now wait. Mercer will open him up. He's going to get a full combo on the 1-1-2 knockdown. The second we didn't see glide all game, I was thinking like there's got to be something else. There has to be.
Hold on
and
a minute,
he catches
though.
him. The break.
Catch the 4-2.
Oh dear. Oh, he could have got a KB from that. Oh dear.
Maybe he's working for something specifically, waiting for something specifically, but he's running out of time and especially out of life. Hold on, don't get grabbed. Don't get grabbed.
Oh! Now, let's let's talk about that for a segment to end. So for those that don't know what that move is, there is a chance that, because it's a very weird move, that basically takes away one of your offensive bars. But what it does is it gives you easy crushing blows for the rest of the that round. So basically, it limits the damage. It does, the damage does get cut for those KBs, but when what you do is you kind of choose what KBs to use in what combos or punishes or whatever. You don't use them all in one combo because the damage isn't worth it. But if you kind of spread it out a little bit, the absolute 2-touch kill factor is insane. Unfortunately, didn't get to do it, but I would like to see it again. Yeah, same variation, Mitsuones. I'd love to see it come into effect.
It definitely becomes like a combo video, if you will. The soul forfeit, especially like I said, if you don't spend it all at once. That could be definitely a comeback factor for sure. Didn't see too much in game number 1, but maybe now. I mean, I'm for it. Soul forfeit, there you go. So let's see if he can take it to Mercer. That game was not free whatsoever. Game 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Mercer being Mercer, where he's always kind of been known as this. He has this unusual combination of just really strong Scorpion fundamentals, but the fearlessness as well, and he's going to get a full screen spear. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh! That's a combo I've never seen before. Okay. Well, look, we knew. The thing about that KB is that you have so much time, a dash-in Sin Blade works meatlessly. I didn't know you had so much time you could do it late and get a down 2. That is insanely cool.
432 bars. Definitely worth it on my end. Hold on a minute. The raw spear!
Okay, that's going to be some decent damage. Magic T. This is Spawn. All he has to do is hit one charge, and that's going to be it. Mercer knows that, and there's no bar either. He's in big trouble if he gets caught.
Raw fatal blow with a grenade.
Throw it out there, mate.
Mercer's running out of space to work with, but hey, Scorpion. Need I see? Need I say more? Teleports out of danger, takes it.
It's the Spawn factor. Spawn's biggest weakness really is that he is highly whiff punishable, and a character like Scorpion that can teleport cancel immediately and make any button you have whiff at a range you would otherwise want to do it. That's where it gets a little bit tricky. Now, he spends both bars. I like that factor. When players have that charging Hell Spawn, they really like to spend both because it just gives you such a huge chunk of damage. Staggers, lovely tech there from Magic T. Mercer. Not making it easy by any stretch. The meaty jump into the down 1. Speaking of plus frames, here we go. The challenge. Always a back 3 moment.
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
Always finding its mark. He's trying so hard to open him up. He's just not finding the hit as I say that.
Hang on a minute. He has a bar. He has a bar locked in, and it's round 3. But he's at a range where he might get teleported on a read.
Or even back to it, I think. Hold on a minute now.
Boom.
Hello! Do not get hit. If you are Mercer here.
There's no escape failed, though. That's really important for Scorpion to get that, so good thing. The raw jumping! Mercer, he is going to squirm. Be ready for it. I would squirm too.
Oh no, he tried to whip punish that 4-3. It gets a crushing blow instead. Another back 3.
Wake up jump is going to get scoured out by Mercer. Full combo, and we get enough hits for the 2-1-2. KVs of his own.
Grabbed. This is still doable, Ketchup.
Oh, Magic T not able to really land anything. The second he gets this on deck, he just gets rushed down. Oh, round! Ironically, Mitsuones, ironically, the only character that got crushing blows in that round was Mercer. 2 of them.
I mean,
that's tragic.
That pressure was just something else from Mercer, man. That pressure was something else. All these little pokes, these staggers, the short hops, the back 3s, all of that has yet to be blocked. He was just all over Magic T. Didn't care about that soul forfeit whatsoever.
Man, I like that. I'm actually I like this variation that Magic T has. It's just a shame that once he's kind of activated it, he hasn't... I mean, look, I know it's skin deep to say it analysis-wise, but he just hasn't really been able to make that move do anything. Which is weird because, I mean, in theory, the second you activate soul forfeit, that is where things totally change. And it's like, right, now I can, I land a hit, I get crushing blows into whatever next. Because you can truly combo into everything, especially when you've got charging Hellspawn. It's just the second he activates it, it almost seems like it changes his approach. Like, is he almost fishing too hard for that one hit that he's not kind of looking to just earn it the normal way like he was in the previous rounds? It's a very unusual thing when the second he popped it, he kind of stopped doing anything, you know? But it will be Noob Saibot now, so not really much to talk about now. Seeing triple, no doubt. I assume it's actually going to be the air teleport, but we'll see. We'll see what he's got.
Finally locked that back 3. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't confirm that forward 3. 2 for 2. And that's the second that forward 4 becomes even a bigger threat. The second you block that back 3.
Oh, looks for the jump in, major punish.
Unfortunate.
And there's no break from Magic T either, so he's going to take massive damage. Looking for the tricky stuff. Sin Blade later on. It's not easy, but Mercer, man, he's making it easy anyway. Match point.
Round 2, fight.
Or a quick 3-0.
At this point, yeah, for sure. Oh dear, this teleport cancel. Magic T really hasn't been able to get anything going. Mercer with this absolute classic Scorpion. And here we go. It is exactly as I expected. Trying to keep things nice and guaranteed. 36, I mean, it's not optimal, but who cares? You need to get damage. You need to get back into this round. You don't want to risk dropping it, because if you drop it, you've just left it all on the table.
He's working on it, man.
Jump in.
There you go.
I rest just in case.
Final round.
Magic T trying to stay alive here. Another slide. Soon having that crushing blow, surely. Doesn't have it already.
Wake up standing 1. Not going to quite work out. Trying to be a little bit cheeky there. No meter to amplify either.
Oh, tries it again. The risky stuff. Wow, definitely trying to disrespect the frames there, excuse me, is Magic T. Mercer keeping him honest.
Oh, and he has enough clones. Enough clones to land that crushing blow. And just like that, actually, he's on the verge of bringing this one back. He gets a game on the board. This change to Noob Saibot could be really important, but wait! He has no meter.
Ooh,
Another combo drop.
Drop from Mercer.
Yep. Big thing is, the combo wouldn't have killed, right? But it's losing the momentum that really sucks. Oh, he's done! What?
He didn't confirm it to the fatal blow.
Oh,
wow.
God. Oh, God.
Ouch.
No. Mitsuo's not like this. Man dropped the game-winning combo, the set-winning combo, and got brutality. That's how it rolls.
It was like the easiest combo, just a button into the fatal blow. But that standing 4 came out way too late. I mean, we see Mercer time and time again confirming tricky stuff, the Sin Blade stuff, not easy whatsoever. But a raw spear...
That's such an insane drop. I don't want to sound disrespectful. I'm shocked he dropped it. I really am. Surely he must have tried to do something else. Like, I don't know. Did he try and do walk up Sin Blade maybe? But there was no jump. Like, I generally cannot come up with a single excuse as to why that walk up standing 4 dropped. It shouldn't have. And he knows that. Hopefully he can keep his head in the game, because if you drop a combo like that, when you've won the set, it's in the palm of your hand, that happens, it can kind of tilt you off the face of the earth. And I gotta say, quite rightly so. I mean, it will upset you. Hopefully that doesn't bother him when we go into this next match fresh.
The Noob Saibot working out in Magic T's favor. But man, oh man, what a choke from Mercer. But
I know, right?
He has that safety cushion, still up. So, you know,
ooh,
let's see if it phases him too much.
Escape failed in round 1, so if there's no throw text, that grab threat either way is going to be a massive deal.
He's got to watch those spears. Mid-range, anyway, against that slide. Flawless block with the Sin Blade.
Oh, he spends it.
Wow. Immediately.
Take that first round, I suppose. I mean, actually, it is an interesting play on the anti-air spear. There's the Sin Blade.
That's exactly what he tried last game, I think, Ketchup. I think you were right about that.
Just the whole thing just fell to pieces. But it's not now. Match point for Mercer, still going.
Once again. Wow, it's still linked. Good damage to the corner. Block as well, the up 3.
All right. Here we go again. Going for the less obvious throw as well, actually, is Mitsuoid, sorry. Mercer. What is it with Scorpion players having M at the start of their gamer tag? It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, corner pressure belonging to the noob Cybot. The teleport cancel immediately to get out. That throw tech to say no thank you. Ooh, grab to chase it down. Magic T. No meter now. To break away.
Oh, teleports into the corner. He has yet to flawless block the second hit of that 4-4 string. 4-4 up 2. He's running out of time to do so. It's gonna be double fatal blow. The fatal blow is whiffed. Just into a slide.
My man at jump distance just pressed both the triggers and went, let's just hope for the best. And the best was not there, but the empty jump grab still works. Magic
goes
T.
Still. 3%. Oh. Wow. He didn't have the bar to take the chip, I think. Magic's T still staying alive here, but he has to work so hard to do so. He's getting so many individual hits. No confirms though from Mercer. The heck?
Ooh! Jump in teleport.
You have the bar to make it count. So risky.
Tries to pick it up afterwards as well. The forward two a little bit further reaching, but not quite. The back one. Oh, into the immediate teleport. Mercer. He's landing so many grabs now that you're almost surprised about it. The 1-1-2 knockdown. Mercer, this is his opportunity to really correct the wrongs. The whiff. Oh,
too late on the whiff punish. This is still doable for a Magic T. Can he clutch it out once again? Watch those spears, man. Oh, he didn't believe. He didn't believe. Jump in. Yeah, he saw the teleport coming.
But this is Noob Cybot with Fatal Blow. If he hits a 1-1-3 Fatal Blow, he might actually win the round on this.
True, true, true. Billy Scales.
Ah! Oh!
He jumped over him!
Oh, that's going to be it. And Mercer, I think, you know what, Mitsuones, there's going to be a sigh of relief there. Surely. There has to be. I think my man tried to do maybe a friendship, but has he run out of easy fatality tokens? The question is. We're reaching a point where I think players might have actually started to spend all of them.
Gotta grind the crypt for those. But yeah, sigh of relief for sure. It looked way easier the first two games against Spawn, but the minute Magic T went with that Noob Cybot, Mercer had to work. Had to work hard for the W. But yeah,
definitely.
Mercer emerging the victor in the winners round one still. Magic T is still in the tournaments. We'll see him later on in losers.
It's good for Mercer, though, because he's always been and has been, you know, for a while now, like a dominant Russian player. And it has almost exclusively been with Scorpion. He did have, before Ultimate, a pocket spring cleaning. He played a little bit of spring cleaning, and I think Born Again, I recall seeing him play a little bit more of Cetrion. Really kind of when his back was against a wall and almost felt like Scorpion just wasn't working out at the time, so he'd change it. But since Ultimate, he does also play that, you know, the Cetrion variation, which is the Earthquake, the Winds, and the Teleport. But he doesn't use it as much. You know, he still tries to rock things out with the Scorpion in it. You almost never see him without Sinblade. He seems to really like that, and clearly works it into his combos to get some really sick conversions. I'm still kind of thinking over that down 2 conversion he did in, I think it was game 1, perhaps. But it's a shame to see the Spawn not do more. It really did seem like in round 3, both times, the plan was, all right, we're guaranteed to have 1 round away. That's it. There's no way you're going to win, and I've wasted these. I'm going to now pop Soul Forfeit, and I've got this crazy like deletion factor that just didn't happen at all the way I was hoping we'd see it. But, you know, there's still chance and losers. There's still a chance.
It's very unfortunate that he popped it twice and didn't get... Not only didn't he get the sequence, he didn't get a single crushing blow. And like you said earlier, the minute he popped it, I think he was trying too hard, fishing for it too hard, and you know, the minute he popped it, I think it went downhill even more for him. But once again, we'll see him in losers, so maybe we'll see his Spawn once again. But for now, let's take a look at the next set, which shall be Mr. Ramirez versus Desorit. So once again, tell us about Mr. Ramirez. I think you're quite familiar with him.
Well, I tell you what, before we talk about that, I would like to, as you know, all the support coming in here through Pro Competition, I would like to take this opportunity to thank and shout out Astro Gaming. Because before we get into our next set, I'd like to remind everyone that Astro Gaming is the official audio partner of the MK11 Pro Competition. And if you like what they provide, all their caster audio is provided, shouts to Mortal Kombat as well, you can go to astrogaming.com to find out all the information that you need on their officially licensed PlayStation audio products, of which they are available now. But now we've chatted a little bit about Astro Gaming, let's talk about Desarted and let's talk about Mr. Ramirez. Now, this is a matchup that I think once upon a time was very reminiscent of the Open Series days. They would play each other quite a lot, actually. Or at the very least, they would play in the same top 8. I can't quite recall how often they'd go head-to-head. But it is a battle of two specialists. Desarted is absolutely, in my opinion, I think the two best Shang Tsung players in the world both come from Russia. Their names are Arn Kratos and Desarted. I strongly believe that because they've put the most work and time into the character, especially Desarted, who plays in an unorthodox way, I think, not the Shang that you're used to. He doesn't like keep away. He does not like zoning you out. And even some matchups that would normally call for the ground eruption, he has done it sometimes in the past, but he doesn't like it. He'd rather use variations that make more sense to him, and they are the morphs. He likes the Shang Tsung morphs, but because of Ultimate, he doesn't need to take Shapeshifter's training. He'll just choose the 3 morphs that he wants for the match, and that way he keeps the corpse drop, so he actually has more full screen coverage. Mr. Ramirez used to, before Ultimate, we saw a lot of Scarlet that kind of became Sindel, as his Scarlet was kind of falling out of favor, not quite getting the results. But now Ultimate's happened, Scarlet is definitely better because of just being able to give her the combinations that you always wanted, that you couldn't do before. So I'm curious about this one. I'd like to see if this is going to be Scarlet versus Shang Tsung.
I think on paper that's what we expect. Let's see what we get in the character select screen. And if you were a betting man,
that's it.
I think you just hit the jackpot. Exactly what we're getting. Young Shang Tsung as well. That little animation might be foreshadowing. Didn't take a look at the variation, and there you go. Definitely having Reptile, having Smoke, as well as Ermac. This is the morph variation indeed.
Now, this is actually a matchup that Desarted has recently been defeated in. Not Mr. Ramirez in particular, it was Makaran. I believe it was a 3-0 in the Open Series merely a couple of weeks ago. So it definitely seems like a matchup that Scarlet can play and do well in. And I know that Mr. Ramirez equally is focused on this really strong, just neutral-focused Scarlet, which, as Scarlet, you have to be. And let's see now, this full screen game. But it's the shake you always have to watch out for. But the punish. And it's a guaranteed 27. I can't believe that does 27%. Basically 28, to be honest with you.
Start for him. Zoning straight into the force lift. Probably a OS.
Ooh. The whiffs as well, but another catch. Wait a minute. I've hit you once, the 27% unbreakable, and now twice. Desarted has been hit twice, and both of them are unbreakable. And look at the damage he's taken! The punish, not quite there on standing one. Too far away.
The 1-1.
Oh,
yeah, couldn't take the trade. The sword striking first here.
Round 2, fight.
Ooh.
Oh, big whiff on the 4-2.
That forbidden back one. I'm actually kind of shocked. Like, maybe not. Maybe not. That's why everyone blocks the overhead, to be fair. That is true. So, for those that don't know, there is that slide mix-up that Desarted loves to use after back one. Oh,
is it a
he
true
also likes
mix-up?
that jump in option select. I think so. I mean, even I think there is such a lack of difference in frames. I think it is a true mix-up. And if it is a fuzzy, then you've got to be really bloody good to fuzzy it, because let me tell you, Desarted, I've seen this guy play for a long time. Ain't no one fuzzy in it for months.
Gotta be ready for it for sure. Hold on a minute. This is Mr. Ramirez working his way into the corner.
Jump in as well. Oh, gets the grab. He knows the jump in's really high up. Out of here.
Ooh, not an easy jump into anti-air like that.
No, definitely not Shang Tsung's. Definitely not. Man jumps around as he pleases normally. Teleport out the corner. Oh, and that's going to be
Ouch.
an accidental crushing blow on the throw.
I'm surprised
Surely.
he did that.
I mean, there's no way he's got crushing blow held check off.
Right.
I refuse to believe that any top player doesn't have it on. I refuse to believe it, because that was, you know, a massive waste. That's an important grab to have as Scarlet.
A bit too late on the whip punish. Oh, from downtown with the 4-2. Flips him clean.
Unfortunately, in this situation, losing that crushing blow throw is a massive hindrance in this final round. Because he's losing a bunch of life. The kind of, you know, pretty much 30% that you get would have been a game changer, especially in this situation where a comeback is mandatory. Goes for a cheeky teleport, but this time a throw tech. Stuff to keep him alive. But for how long? Is that... Ooh! Duck. On the high.
Nice. Getting those hits.
Oh, would have been a great crushing blow right there.
That's the teleport in, and yeah, the smart stuff. Just poking his way to victory. Less than 1% for Mr. Ramirez. The Sards ranking first in this game 1. And you touched on that the second he actually got that accidental, for sure, it was an accidental crushing blow on that throw. It was like all went downhill from there. Maybe it really sent a bad message for him, even though he took that second round.
I mean, it really messes up.
Messed him up, yeah, messed him up a bit.
It messes up your flow, doesn't it? Because, I mean, as someone who has done that before in the past, it's like you're going into the next round and you always want to build grabs into your mix-up in some way. And if you've just wasted an opportunity to do pretty much 30% from a single grab as a character who, you know, have already established, especially now in Ultimate, you know, you land that. I can't quite remember what the string is. I think it's forward 4, but I could be totally wrong. That 2-hit kick into boiling point, it's like 28% unbreakable, right? So you get hit by that and confirm into 28% unbreakable versus a grab in a similar situation that does very similar damage when it KBs. It's a huge, huge advantage, and you've lost it. And you kind of think about that in the middle of the round. You're like, oh man, it really bothers you. But hopefully it doesn't anymore, because this is going to be game 2, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Ramirez has already forgotten about it.
Hopefully for him. Standing free with punish. The sword being ready.
Oh, let's go.
Up 2. Yes, sir.
I mean, if you're used to fighting these Russian Shang Tsung players... Ah, hang on a minute. The Red Rain. That's an interesting thing that we're starting to see a lot more from Scarlet players recently, Mitsuones. Being able to do extra damage. Goes a long way.
Oh, the cheeky way to dash out of the corner. Beautiful stuff. Trying to keep him at bay. That whip. You jump in and yeah. Fair to say that this is a round. For sure?
Ooh.
Question mark? Hold on a minute.
Yeah, don't
Get the
speak
life
too
back.
soon. This character's
Right?
got healing, man. There's always a chance. Teleports into the corner.
Barely scaling for the fatal blow. Not gonna matter though.
I am nervous that Mr. Ramirez, I know he has a teleport still, but he jumped himself or teleported into the corner against Shang Tsung. That's a scary game to play, and he knows about the flawless block gap as well. And there's really no point breaking that. You have to hold it.
Another throw. Gets some life back. Jumps the corner.
Double down 1. It'll work against that Shang Tsung stand in 1, but for now, punish on the teleport, but doesn't commit. This one's going to be a confirmed one. Another down 2.
Just not
this
blocking.
time he breaks. Oh, down 2.
Nothing afterwards. That was a really high down 2.
Put his life on the line for it. He blocked that. I think forward 2 might have punished it. Another flawless block. Desarted. Always ready.
No whiff punish.
Did he jump and punch?
Jump. Not on fatal blow just yet. Here's the blood rain. Oh, of course. Was ready with the teleport. Beautiful whiff punish, Mr. Ramirez. Staying alive in this game too.
An important fatal blow to use, completely guaranteed. There's nothing you can do about it. Not that he could anyway. You know, there was no breakaway, but even if he did, it would have been totally redundant. And an opportunity for Mr. Ramirez to bring himself back into this match. I'm not particularly sure that short hop was intentional. However, that's going to be a confirm from Desarted all the same. Another breaker. And in this situation, ready for the anti-air again. You know, you're in the corner against Shang Tsung, you know he's going to jump. Oh, speaking of which. Ow, ow, ow. That's a lot of damage. Speaking of damage.
by Mr. Ramirez. Trying to work his way in the corner. As I say that, there's a teleport. His disposal.
A high up jump kick. I'm pretty sure that was a flawless block attempt. That standing 2. That jump in, something that Desarted known for. But a chance to really bring this one back. Doesn't commit to the unsafe string. Good call.
Watch
Not
for
want to throw it
the
away.
smoke
Ooh.
shake though.
Oh!
Another. Oh, the empty short of the cheeky stuff from Mr. Ramirez. Love it. Takes us to 1 apiece.
But this is an interesting situation for me, and it's a matchup that Desarted has. Like I've said, he's had to play some really top-level Scarlet anyway, previously. A few weeks ago, he had to fight Makaran, and it was very similar. But he looked a little bit more lost in that matchup. I think there were less flawless blocks and less interruptions and stuff like that. A big game changer here for Mr. Ramirez, even though it looks like Desarted has kind of done his homework since. I definitely think he kind of labbed Scarlet a bit since then. Must have done. It looks like it anyway. The jump-ins, which are being anti-aired by a down 2 almost every time. I'm not used to seeing that. Shang Tsung is a character that has pretty much the best jump kick in the game.
Fair to
You're
say.
not used to seeing uppercuts beat it, but right now, we are. So there we are with that one.
Consistently as well, Ketchup. Definitely wasn't a fluke. He's getting those early down 2s, and it's almost surprising that he's not risking to get anything after that, because they're really, really high. But opts to be safe with it. Satisfied with just the down 2. I mean, I'd be as well against Shang Tsung. Jump 3. Here we go, though. Match number 3, 1 apiece.
Oh, there's the confirm as well. Another really good catch, and no break from Desarted is going to result in a, not only 24%, but a free red rain. You have to always watch out for that red rain. You know, the damage reduction and the damage over, time, the damage buff that you get. It's a really interesting move, and I'm glad to see Sindel play. Starting to use it. Oh, he crouches under the high. That was cheeky.
Almost crawling on the ground. Wow. Iris has his back towards the corner.
Another flawless block. I love the use of flawless block on that string. Even without the up 2, still keeping it ready. Tries to anti-air this time. Oh!
And this time, hold on a minute. It's a 1 though.
Tail blow.
Surely spends. It whiff Ketchup!
I can't believe it. I never see Desarted miss that one.
That?
He never misses it, man. Well, he does now, I guess. I cursed. But either way, oh no!
What a comeback, man.
A round that should have been Desarted's. A combo drop that we almost never see from him.
Broad daylight robbery. Mr. Ramirez is taking that one. Good block in the 1-1.
Backwards movement, Mr. Ramirez making it work. And that trip guard, Desarted. Using the break. Ooh! Spacing out that overhead.
Good check with the down 1 from that range. Hold on a minute. This is gonna hurt. Life is melting away. The blood rain is active.
Gonna do less damage though. It still does less damage than you would think. And the grab, good again. More importantly for the range that is granted.
Surely opts to zone.
Ooh! We want that slide. Reptile in the house. Yo, the pushback on that down 2. Chases it down.
I don't know if you wanted that Ketchup. I don't know if you wanted
Another
that.
drop! Mitsuone's Desarted is dropping everything spaghetti all over the floor. Oh, gets a good call out on the break.
Afterwards. Is it gonna matter? No.
Oh no! Where did it go? There it is. Ugh. That is
That's
such
a
a
beauty.
that's a Mortal Kombat 4 Shinnok fatality right there. That's what that is.
That's a beauty. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I mean, the second it was squeezing him, you know what's going to happen next. You just know.
But man, those drops, Ketchup. Those drops.
There's no getting around it, Mitsuones. The execution from Desarted has been uncharacteristically shaky. It was down to round 1, the drop of the fatal blow, which is, you know, something that he never drops anyway. And then we look at the round 2. He gets a corner combo. I mean, he could have technically counter hit forward 2 there, but the reason he doesn't in the corner is because his combo does more damage and he keeps the crushing blow, right? So he just does the combo. dropped the 1-1. It's like, that is a lot of damage left on the table, and Shang's opportunity to go in again. It's a huge hindrance.
So I think not surprising that this art sticks with the Shang Tsung pick. Variation change as well. I mean, he just needs to tighten things up a bit, and I think he'll should be fine.
Oh, no breaker though. Already using 1 bar of defense is gonna have to hold that boiling point. God, it does so much damage. Standing 3 and air to air. Ermac. All right, free 25%. Bang. Oh, wants to capitalize a little bit extra. Back 3. Oh, didn't commit though. I think he's respecting the flawless blocks from Mr. Ramirez because he has been catching all of it. Oh, active frames. Ermac lift never change, baby. Mix.
There it is again, 2 for 2. And I think we kind of jinxed it, man. Those down 2s not working out anymore for Mr. Ramirez.
That's why I was surprised to see them working as often as they do, because it is a major risk. Shang Tsung hits a jump 3 with Ermac lift. Like, any lift leads into that down 2. 19% just by getting caught by, just a wayward button or a wayward Ermac lift. The air-to-air jump kick into Ermac lift does about 25% every time. It's really strong. Knowledge.
Short top. Classic zoning wars here. Who's teleporting first? Who's shaking first?
Started not flawless blocking that one. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether it was a mistake or whether he's just trying to stay a little bit safe, to be honest with you. Lovely throw tech. Oh, and that's a confirm. No point breaking the down 2. Mr. Ramirez knows that. Trying to challenge. Oh, you're done.
Wow. Man, that first lift seems to cover a lot of options.
Oh yeah, it really does. It's active. There's so many moving parts that makes the Ermac lift as good as it is. Like, even without, so the main use that Desarted uses the Ermac lift is that he is a self-admitted, look, I'm a jumper. I jump. It's a part of my game plan. I jump kick with Shang Tsung. Like, what are you going to do about it? Because look, it's a really good button. So you may as well work it into your game plan. Now, the reason he does that, Ermac lift option select. If you do that jump in option select, where for those that don't know, many patches ago, the kind of jump in game was a bit adjusted, where basically the TLDR now is that because of the mechanical changes, when you jump kick and do a special move, granted, if the special move can't be done in the air, if the jump kick lands on hit, the special move comes out the second you land, right? But if they block, nothing happens. It's just a way a change was made, and that was a knock-on effect, which now means that if you jump kick with Shang Tsung and do the Ermac lift after the jump kick, while you're in the air, on block, nothing happens and you're plus. On hit, Ermac lift comes out and you get 25% at least. Like, it's a really strong option select that Desarted never misses.
So 2 apiece here. Who's moving into...
Oh,
where's...
block late!
Ouch! Oh no, you rarely see that crushing blow.
The forbidden. The absolute forbidden. Block late Ermac crushing blow. Alright. Boiling point. Red rain. Once more. Oh, do you see the chip on that? When you're standing in that, the chip damage on a single tentacle was like 3%. Oh, look at it! Oh! Punish!
Ah! Finally you're ready for the reptile slide.
And we're standing in the red rain for that. Not that it was needed to win the round, but it'll be a match point for Mr. Ramirez.
Hold on a minute. It's the answer from Desarted. Early breakaway. This is good news for Mr. Ramirez.
Tries to interrupt. Actually, a really good trade, I gotta say. Not bad at all.
He's trying to cover that space. Hold on a minute. Is there with the punish? Yes.
There's a breaker for Mr. Ramirez that isn't going to get used. Happy to hold the damage, use the defensive bar a little bit later if needed. Being able to wake up, perhaps. Full screen game.
Be a last round situation catch up. I feel
maybe. Pushing towards the
one.
corner. Oh, the whip punish though. No breaker. And now it's pointless to break. But I think he was worried about it, perhaps. Didn't want to risk it. Heal. And now we're not only even, but he's taken the lead. The punish though.
Was waiting for it. 25%.
Scarlet has fatal blow and heal. No, it's taken the fatal blow away. Never mind.
That is. I don't know if that is working in his favor, actually.
That's gonna hurt. Ooh. Oh, 16% grab. Thank you, Red Rain.
9% left, 7% left. Hold on a minute. He can't take a lot of more of those tentacles. Not gonna matter. Catches him off guard. Mr. Ramirez taking it over Disard. No final round whatsoever. Into a friendship, of course.
She's gonna paint a picture of Shang Tsung's Jump 3. Look. Oh,
Whatever
never
you
mind. Never mind. Fine art, all the same. Game over. But Mr. Ramirez, really happy to see him sticking out with the. Let me just. What? There we go. I should be a bit more centered now. I should be a little bit more centered now. Adjustment on the fly. How about that? But I mean, yeah, the Scarlet was looking really good and continues to. And I think that Scarlet is a character that doesn't really get talked about very much because, like, the specialists have used Ultimate to just take their hard work with the character, and they're kind of, no pun intended, they're amplifying that, aren't they?
I mean, even in hindsight, how much do those drops hurt, man? Those drops from Disorded, they hurt. They hurt. I don't want to, squeeze that in, but like I said, he just had to tighten things up a bit more, and I think this could have been a different outcome for Distorted. But once again, we'll see him later in Losers.
We will. Disarted is a player that, look, he's no stranger to coming from the losers bracket anyway, because he's made many. Some of the weeks that he's won in open series, if memory serves, have come from bracket resets and stuff like that. I could be. I do think I do think I'm right there, because it was a recent streak from Decide where he had a miracle week. I actually think that was the week he lost 3-0 to Makaran, actually. So he came back in losers and won the whole thing. So it's definitely possible. But before we get into our next matchup, let's talk a little bit more about the PS4 tournaments, because that's what you're watching right now. This is what everything is being funneled through: the Open Series, the Pro Competition, whether it's Liga Latina, North America, Interkontinental. Everything is found at compete.playstation.com. It's done through the system, on the console. I've said it so many times, Mitsuones couldn't be easier, because you turn your console on, you sign up for a tournament, the console tells you your tournament's coming up, it sets the game up for you, and you play in it, and then you make top 8.
It's quite interesting how different things worked. Even what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, not too long ago. It's you had to chat with the opponent and the gamer tag and whatever. It's really easy. I think it even submits the score for you. You don't have to do that, so you don't have to post a screenshot or a proof that you won and all of that. I think it's way easier, way less stressful, and it's a way to spend your Saturday or Sunday evening.
Now we are going to be jumping into the losers bracket. So this is where we start to have players that have still made it into the top 8, but they had to work a little bit harder because they were taken out in winner's side and still made it through. But this is elimination territory. Now, Vichaz and Blood Eyes. This is Vichaz. I'm sure they both play multiple characters because we've seen it, but Vichaz, a really good Sonia. Really good Sonia. And this is, the matchup that I thought we would see. Frost versus Sonia. The question is, Mitsuones, what was this variation? Did we see that kind of counter-zoning barrier that Blood Eye seems to really like? Let's find out.
Sonia, huh? Been a while. Ever since we've seen her in a trailer, I think. And
the carving.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. You're going up against Sonia, and the energy ring is a massive part of her footsies. And the carving just eliminates that, doesn't it? So we'll see how this one goes, but don't underestimate Vichaz. Man is no joke.
Oh, the movie skin as well.
I deserve your respect.
Whatever you do nothing, bitch.
Oh! That was a really mean response. Let's go.
Let's getting personal. Blood Eyes versus Vichaz. Here we go. Losers round 1. Someone's gonna go home or stay home. You get the idea.
Yeah, just still home, but not in a competitive setting.
There you go.
Down 1. Ooh, definitely a flawless block attempt there, I think. Instant jump 2. Oh, speaking of which, there it is. Oh, we're starting off. All cylinders.
Ouch. That hurt quite a bit, Ketchup, man. Head up 2.
Actually, you don't see that a lot from Sonya players. The back one stagger into grab. You do a back one, you know they're blocking afterwards. If they've had to hold the back one, they're not going to challenge that. Not in the corner. But I will be around anyway. Vichaz. Here we go. I said, don't underestimate him, man. Rocking that movie skin as well, always, Vichaz.
Ops just zone. Interesting.
And you will so far, as long as you've got the life lead. If you have the life lead and you have the glacier carving, it's going to really force Vichaz to spend meter on that amplified energy ring. Which means you won't have meter to cancel up close.
Yeah, it's working, man. He's trying to get that life lead back. And he's in.
Confirm.
Good back one, confirm.
Definitely seemed a little bit to me like he was waiting for maybe a breakaway. Didn't want to overcommit. Can't quite remember. I think Frost has got some late break situations where you can punish her. I think it's mostly with a spin. That's something you have to watch out for and respect. And speaking of, not only is it the round, but Vichaz back to the corner. But plenty of meter to maybe get out. Oh, the jump in.
Nothing afterwards. Hold on a minute.
Flip. Oh, so good.
Beautiful up two. No breakaway for Blood Eyes. Short top. Empty short top.
Drone drop whiffs and he's looking for it. Oh, no amp. The auger doesn't quite connect. This corner pressure from Frost.
Ooh! Almost there with the whip punish.
She just has this magic range, man. Look at the screen she controls. And the breaker.
Ouch. Hurt quite a bit. No breakaway available.
Meaty. Perfectly timed.
Man,
Blood
that
Eyes.
back two is being such a pain in the neck for Vichaz. And the jump in to seal the deal. What a back and forth in this game one.
I will be. It's great to see the Blood Eyes. One of the players that I think really shows what Ultimate can bring to the table. Because Blood Eyes, he plays multiple characters. I think we've seen Spawn from him in the past as well. We have seen Shiva recently, but a really, really mix-up heavy Shiva. I think the Shiva he played was, I think it was overhead grab, low scoop, and guided stomp. So it was like everywhere on screen you're guessing. It doesn't matter where you are, which was almost effective. The reverse sweep didn't quite happen, but it so nearly did. However, I think that the Frost really has been where Blood Eyes has always shined. And it's his ability to pick these multiple variations for the matchup. I think a Sui Frazier, Noob Cybot, I think is very comparable too. Someone that just loves the character and just does their homework to make it so, look, if I can play my favorite, I will play my favorite.
Let's see how things go in this second game. I think it's the same stage as well. And I think, Ketchup, we didn't even talk about that. This is actually a very important set for both of them. Vichaz currently 7th with 300 points. Blood Eyes 9th with 210 points. So both not solidified whatsoever for the regional finals. This is an important set to gain some points.
Oh yeah, and I mean, let's just not forget the fact that this is elimination territory, so there's no second chances. That first tournament life was already spent before top 8 even began, and the jump in, another flawless block. Vichaz saying, do not jump into me. Ready to answer back, but now trying to poke forward. Frost, she has range, but she hasn't got the speed, something that she will struggle with here. Vichaz, flip, still going to be enough damage. Okay.
It's the same round over and over again. It's almost like a flashback from Game 1. Very dominant start from Vichaz. Let's see how it works in the second round this time around. Yeah, that's how the second round started as well, with a lot of zoning from Blood Eyes.
Oh, uses the close drone drop just in case you try and jump in, maybe. Blood Eyes. Oh, speaking of jump in, another perfectly timed one. And yeah, the down 3.
Yeah, of course.
Bit too high
Such
up for
a
the
good
auger. Oh, no! Wonderful block on the overhead. Feel like shades of game 1, honestly. A dominant win from Vichaz in round 1, and Blood Eyes fighting back pretty much straight away. But there's the trip
Hold on
guard.
a minute, though.
There's the breaker.
This is so doable for Vichaz. Hold on, is it though? After
Not
this,
so much from full screen. Amplify. Chip.
Oh, hold
Look
on,
for the dive
Ketchup!
bomb!
Spends it. Now this is not going to be death, But it's going to be potentially a scrambly situation, man, because even like zoning, a trade, double KO, I don't know. Let's see it.
Amplify. Oh, not able to jump in, and that's going to be the game for Chaz. Yeah, that fatal blow really wasn't about the damage killing, for sure. You know, quite right to spot it out, because the second you stand up there and you're one hit away from death, and your projectiles and your buttons, they are slower than Sonia's. Yeah, she has that energy ring that would have outsped your projectile. She has the drone drop, which again would have outsped you. So the ball really was in Blood Eyes' court to just make this colossally hard read, and had no choice but to dedicate. It's one of those situations where you have to do something, because if you sit and do nothing, you're going to get chipped out and die anyway. So, you know, made her cool, wasn't the right one, but it was against him anyway. That was almost checkmate, to be honest with you.
That was a beautiful comeback from Vitchas, man. Less than, I think, 0.2%, so nothing. So one apiece in this losers round one. A lot of points on the line, especially between these two fighters. Let's see who comes out on top.
Blood Eye has always been such a... I mean, when you play Frost to this degree, you just have to... You know, when you play a character that has got some rather significant weaknesses, you have no choice but to just play around them, right? If you're going to play the character, you need to find your workarounds, and the Augur definitely one of the moves that can do that. Flawless block gaps all over the place with Frost. The second she has the Augur, it can somewhat plug a couple of them. However, there's the full combo now from Vitchas. That's going to really hurt Sonia in the corner. Ow. Oh, the wake-up buttons! And hang on a minute.
Doesn't matter.
He's got a different attack. He has the stun.
Even another skin. He changed it, yeah.
Yeah, he's changed the carving. But that's a confirm again. Vitchas finds the opening. Yeah, we're talking about the variation here. Pretty sure this one is Dive Bomb, Augur, and the Grounded Stun, which is going to give her all kinds of different conversions, actually. We'll see if it works out. Almost did, but that 1-3-4 into Fatal Blow had other plans with Vitchas, one round away from being 2-1 up here in loser's bracket.
Wise to it. Keeps it simple. Reversal throw. And do not jump on me. Both are being very good with the anti-airs. Next is turn with the 4-3.
Another one. As full screen game, it's not going to have the same presence. You would definitely think Sonia probably going to do better actually having the energy ring. Oh, the down two. And again, looking for the same thing. Blood Eye saying, no, I'm going to do it again because here comes the damage. And actually just going into Fatal Blow straight away.
Shades of last game, man.
Is it going to be enough? Because it has the lead, yeah, sure, but we're still full screen. Oh, mortar.
How about that? All it took was one bomb. All round a piece here. He's getting the lead. Got it. Probably tried to flawless block. Cotton is ready to be thrown. It's a lot of damage as well.
Oh, the jump back.
What a way to punish her. What?
And the down three is going to whiff, giving a full jump into Vitchas. Ending it in the down four as well, just to keep the pressure. The damage is so good. Vitchas looking so clean. No punish on the low. But wait, there's the stun and the sequence. No fatal blow. But Frost. Oh, she doesn't tickle.
Wow.
Knockdown. Double.
This is still doable, Ketchup. Hold on a minute. Chip, man. Chip!
The jumping Ketchup! But there's no meter! Oh
wow.
my good lord!
Talking about a comeback. Blood Eyes did it the old-fashioned way. No bar, no fatal blow. But a short top and a dream.
My
what
man
an answer.
Jumped. That is what happened in that final round. You anti-air me? Foolish, Sonia. I will jump again and win the round.
Wow. What a comeback, man. What an answer to that last game's comeback as well.
But it's actually the same decision. Blood Eyes did the same thing both games, where the chips are down and you can't afford to sit there and just, be patient because, again, you're about to get chipped out. So, again, it was, I have to do something. That something will be my jump kick. But this time it worked because of just the positioning. Vichaz, back to the corner. That jump kick could have meant so much more afterwards. There's more combos, more damage, whatever. And it's just, even in that situation, it was Vichaz, I think, that was under more stress because you are at risk of the ranged buttons, you're at risk of the jump kick, which obviously won the round. But yeah, the micro burst and that whole thing, gotta say, actually, that whole thing came from a double amplify combo thanks to micro burst and auger together. So this variation swap working out well for Blood Eyes, but only just.
So zoning to start. Fourth match.
Flawless blocks on the energy ring. Good stuff. Watch out for the 1-3 though. Sonia always able to clip you in the middle of it. The jump in and dive bomb. That's going to get punished though. Not low enough to the ground. The good block on the overhead. Block on the energy rings too. Doesn't want to challenge the auger. Meter getting spent. This time it's the jump ins from Vichaz. Doing a lot of work here, Mitsuones. The jump back.
I don't think he actually punished it. I think he tried to jump afterwards. That looked a bit funky.
No plus frames!
And yeah.
My man challenged the plus frames of that string. I can't remember the input, but what I do know after fighting Mustard for God knows how many months, don't press after that string. Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
Not worth it whatsoever. Match point. Blood Eyes with the easy confirm, straight into Fatal Blow, no gimmicks. 1 round away.
Vichaz, another trip guard, but this time it's counter hit. There's no break. There's no point breaking it now. Vichaz, no choice but to just hold everything that comes afterwards. Trying to poke his way out. Does manage, but it's the down 2. Oh.
Interruption though. Needs to make something happen here at Vichaz.
Bit late on the punish on roll. Almost looked like that was the play, just not quite quick enough. And the Sonia fatal blow.
Definitely can't take those trades anymore. Hold on a minute. Gets the cancel.
Boom.
Straight into it.
Now, if you get opened up, the punish!
Breakaway. Full screen. Hold on a minute. Catch up! Wow. Almost. But even if, I don't think he could have taken the damage. I love the idea. Just out of range. But it's going to be Blood Eyes.
Yo, my favorite fatality. Let's go. Let's go. Add 1 to the ranks. That's so sick.
Recruited.
Oh, that's so sick.
I was so
Program the
surprised
jump
when I
kick.
saw this, man. I was like, what is happening? We transitioned to another place and whatnot. So unlike the other fatalities. But once again, Blood Eyes emerging the victor here in this losers round 1, which unfortunately means that we have to say goodbye to Vichaz.
But with how things are going, to be honest with you, I would be surprised if Vichaz doesn't qualify for the finals because he has been a consistently strong player here. The Sonia is absolutely superb. We see Vichaz in all walks of PS4 tournaments and not his first appearance here in pro competition, if I recall. So, I thoroughly actually do expect Vichaz to make it through. Just might be a little bit later. Who knows? I'll consult the everything else afterwards. Anyway, but as we now go into our next matchup, Mitsuones, run me through who's head-to-head.
It's actually going to be Mobstar, that's what he wants to be called, versus K-Top for the last match of this round 1. But for now, let's take a look at some Mortal Kombat gear. Rep your realm and your character in the merch store. Just go ahead and visit amazon.com/Mortal Kombat for some awesome gear, and there's way more than just shirts in the shop, some accessories for your phone as well. And may I say that Scorpion one looks quite juicy, Ketchup.
I really want a Rain one. Like, I really, really, really want a Rain one or a Noob Cybot one. They're my 2 favorite characters in the game. But yeah, amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. It can all be found there. Support the pro comp, support the players, support the scene, and wear some cool merch in the process. But on that note, let's now talk about our next matchup. It's going to be Mobstar versus K-Top. Now, K-Top has been recently actually a player that has been doing extremely well. It is still almost all Jackie now, actually. We saw K-Top play Fujin, we've seen Jade, but recently it's been like firing off all cylinders with that Jackie, that one variation of Jackie that everyone plays, the grenade launcher, the leap, shrapnel blast, but it's been doing so well for him and it fits his style. K-Top, for those that might have remembered him from the days of old, Mortal Kombat X. I'm sure you remember. We commentated a few of them together a long time ago. Those community cups, right? That's where we started to see kind of the rise of both K-Top and Mirko together, and they were, I think, some of the most rushdown focused players in the scene. And it makes perfect sense that K-Top goes to the most rushdown oriented character, right? That's just how it goes.
I mean, you were talking that he does very well. I mean, indeed, I mean, he's last week's champion. He took the EU East Week 3 championship, and he's currently sitting at almost 600 points, which almost solidifies one into the regional finals. He's currently third in the rankings, so I think, especially if he does well in this week, he should be definitely making his way into the regional final at the end of the season to fight for $5,000. Once again, a lot of money on the line at the end of the season. But Mobster, not so successful so far, 120 points, sitting at 14th. But once again, man, this top 16, I'd say, in the EU East leaderboards, I mean, so condensed that anything could still shift given weeks, especially once again with so many players not entering or not making it into the top 8 anyway. A win here, I think, could mean a lot for Mobster. Let's see if we see that pattern Fujin from him once again.
And Fujin's a character that has, I think, just generally won in Ultimate. Because if we look at what happened to Fujin in Ultimate, it's not only being able to take much better or more efficient variations for you as a Fujin player. We can look at the more common variations, which tend to be the shell of Arsenal and Cloudwalker. That alone allows you to play Cloudwalker's meta more efficiently because it's less meter intensive for one thing. You have the amplified Skywalk, and then you can Arsenal in the air rather than having to spend another meter on the cancel and then pick it up. You can use that cancel on block now a lot more willingly than you would before. So that's great. But also, Ultimate made a couple of, I think, hitbox patches. I can't remember what the buttons were. I think it was 4-2 and his back 1. There were two major strings that really helped him out that don't whiff anymore. So that kind of goes hand in hand. But there is not going to be Fujin this time. It's going to be Johnny Cage with the Rising Star, Pissed Off, and the Throwing Shades.
Well, how about that? No Fujin whatsoever. Let's see how this Johnny does against K-Top's Jackie in this losers 1-1. Someone has to go home or stay home. I said it earlier. You get it.
Johnny Cage.
And what a start from K-Top, man.
There's the immediate break in the corner. The second you get put in this position, Johnny Cage. Ooh, the anti-air. Kind of good at the start. A good throw tech as well. Maybe being a bit obvious with the throw direction. But that's going to be the forward 3 connecting. The force ball afterwards. We're starting to rush this down. Really wants to interrupt that. Not quite able to find it. Yo, that is filthy. You get the dash punch ender into the short hop grounded blast into meaty neutral jump. That's kind of gross.
That is super smart.
Oh, you're done. Does he even need to? Yeah, he will. If K-Top had another bar of amplify, he would not have needed to fatal blow there.
I'm just surprised he actually did keep it simple with like a 4-3-1, just straight to the fatal blow. Maybe he was afraid it might whiff, but not gonna matter anyway. Believing in his execution. First round going to K-Top. Getting it first big hit as well. 350 or 340. The blue stuff. This is looking really good for K-Top. So evasive.
Absolutely, and that meaty jump in to try and catch. full screen presence. The second you've got the life leaders, Jackie, this grenade launcher alone does actually allow you to be a little bit more patient than you otherwise would be, but it's the grenade launcher again. Oh, and you can't break any of it. Oh, God, it hurts so good. 40%. Oh.
Wow.
Randy Savage elbow. What a game one. K-Top. The use of the grenade launcher, really, that is one thing that has started to, I think, separate him from his previous self, Mitsu Owens is. His utilization of that grenade launcher as part of his offense, not just doing string, leap, grenade launcher, he kind of is using the meaty properties, I guess, of the grenade launcher more than he did before, and I think it just makes him more unpredictable. And it's a great move. It's one of the best moves in the game.
That was a very canon display of Jackie in action. All over him. All over Mobster. Will we see a Fujin this time around? I think it's fair to say that Johnny didn't quite work out this matchup anyway for Mobster. Nope. Straight back into it.
Cage is often said to be definitely not a character that beats Jackie, but I know that, you know, even prominent players like Video Game Joe, for example, always used to talk to him about is this was when Upgraded was really like running rampant in tournaments. And I know that even Video Game Joe's choice for the Upgraded matchup back then was it was outtake Cage, purely because it's like Cage doesn't win the matchup, but he has tools to be able to kind of contest with what she's doing. Now that might be a little bit different now she has the grenade launcher. You know, I'm definitely, that's old news, but just certain things being able to challenge Leap above all else, the grenade launcher has made Leap better. So that's what we have to always keep an eye on.
Clean opening. 1, 2, 3. Just squeezing in that extra down one mid combo for that extra percent probably. Mobster finally getting something going here. He needs more of that. Down one challenge from K-Top.
Ooh, that down 4. Really important, I think, in this kind of matchup. Oh, but
Ouch.
Another catch, another scout out, and you're done. You're done. The second you break and that ground plasma's on the floor, you got 1%. Say goodbye.
Ah, damn.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, God!
What a way to start the round, man.
Oh,
K-Top.
The trip guard on landing, going underneath Johnny Cage. Mitsu Owens K-Top is all over the joint. Ow!
Try to dash out, not gonna matter, man. Yeah, already cashed out on that Russian blow. But man, oh man, this is a flawless catch-up.
Oh, he squeezed in a jab, so there will not be a flawless victory. Mobster having the last laugh there. No flawless victory for you, mate.
But still got flexed on, that's for sure. K-Top, man. Looking really dangerous.
Also looking a lot like Johnny Cage doesn't seem to have the same... It doesn't seem like Cage has the same kind of chances he had. Like, doesn't look like... I'm not going to make a bold claim like with matchups or anything, but what I just said after game 1, where we used to see a lot of players kind of try out Cage for Upgraded, I think the existence alone of the grenade launcher has just totally changed everything. Because in situations where that jab anti-air is normally quite good, and you know maybe you can challenge the leap in whatever. Now the grenade launcher lets her do shrapnel blast from like higher up than she could before, because the shrapnel blast used to have a little, you know, hitbox in front of it, and that was it. Now the grenade launcher travels all the way down, and she can still cancel it. I think that has changed his ability to deal with the close range leap so much more, because the go-to anti-air standing 1 doesn't really seem to exist much against grenade launcher, Jackie.
I mean, we see K-Top being so dominant. I touched on that earlier, that he is last week's champion. Makes you wonder who beat this guy, and I took a look, and it's actually Mr. Ramirez, who's still in this tournament, so might see that clash later on, but I think K-Top looking really good to make it really far in this tournament. As I say that, maybe Mobster has an answer to that. Still in this tournament, but he has to work hard to make something happen here. First 3-0 gets the jump in.
Getting a reverse sweep in this situation can be so scary as well, because first you need to stop the momentum of a player that is absolutely decimating you. And you need to take that momentum away first, and that's just your first objective. Then you have to win the set. You know, you got to win all these different games. You have to start to get this absolute swing, but But now, not quite in the acid puddle, so it's going to be a regular grab for now. Fatal blow. Do not get hit. Oh, he goes for the cheeky stuff. But what kind of punish was that?
Nothing afterwards. Ketchup. Surely not ketchup.
Oh, God, no!
Oh, no.
Not like this.
Ketchup. Oh, no.
I don't want spaghetti again. You dropped the combos, I bet. The combo was probably from YouTube anyway.
It was back-to-back drops as well, man. Match
2
point,
drops.
K-top.
Dash under. But unfortunately, doesn't do anything. He is swinging. Swinging all over the place, but he just can't land a hit. Not even on block. There's the down 4. But the down 4 into backup. I mean, the fear has been really put into him. No, God, no! It all fell to pieces off the head. Oh, never mind.
Should have done that earlier, that fatal blow. Wow.
That's... Ouch, Mitsuones. That was an ouch.
The momentum
Ouchie.
from K-top, man. Cannot be underestimated. All over Mobstar, who's unfortunately eliminated from the tournament.
So, okay, there really is no getting around though that. So we know that Jackie is a really good character, probably top 2. I personally think she is top 2, but that was not a match of all Jackie. That was a match of drop after drop after drop after choke after choke. But when you're fighting someone like K-top, who is working on as much steam as he is right now with a lot of recent success, with one of the best characters in the game, you've got to bring your A game, and we did not see the A game there at all. I don't even think we saw the B game, to be honest. It's a shame.
As you say that, let's take a close look at the bracket and see where we are after the round 1. This is the bracket. We have winners final sets. It's going to be Mercer versus Mr. Ramirez, and losers round 2. It's going to be Disordered versus Blood Eyes, and Magic T versus K-top. Now that's a set I'm intrigued to watch. Magic T versus K-top. Hopefully we'll get that spawn again. But yeah, this is the story of the tournament so far. Once again, technically the mid-season, we have 8 weeks to qualify for the regional finals. This is EU East Week 4. We shall see where these players end up at the end of this week. A lot of points to be won.
And there's still opportunities to make it all happen, isn't there? But that is going to be our kind of first round of this tournament wrapped up. We're going to go for a quick break. But when we come back, a bit of a commentary rotation. We'll be joined by the talented and wonderful Falcon, and we'll continue the rest of this tournament. So thank you so much for watching so far. This is our latest edition of the MK11 Pro Competition, Interkontinental Kombat, and we'll see you in a bit.
Jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation. Looking for attention, I don't need the extra tension, cause I'm in the 4th dimension. Trap P is high in suspension. Now don't bother with the haters, cause they all be imitators. We're real life manipulators. Get bit back up and see you later. I like me for me. I'ma be what I'ma be. I like me for me. I am who I wanna be. Na 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 na. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. I
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series.
Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app.
Filter by type and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play.
Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time.
A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match.
Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.
And a very warm welcome back, and welcome back to the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition here at the Interkontinental Kombat EU East Week 4. We are very well into the bracket as we find out who becomes the champion of this Week 4. Once again, I'm Mitsu Owens, joined today by Falcon.
With the Pro Comp Online. Thank you. I think I was just muted over there, but thank you guys very much for tuning in today. We are back here. Oh, thank you very much as well for the introduction there, Mitsu. As these guys did a great job earlier, both Ketchup and Mitsu, introducing us over to the stacked bracket that we have in this top 8 for EU East. But we are progressing through the bracket, Mitsu. Are there any players that you've seen in that round 1 that are the people to watch out for going into the rest of the tournament?
I have two names, one to actually make it very far, and one to just watch because it's fun. K-Top just looked absolutely dominant with that Jacqueline Briggs, and I think if you ask me just as a spectator, Magic Team, man. I love me some Spawn, and especially love me some Spawn with the Soul Forfeit. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see him actually using it or making the most out of it, but maybe later down the line in this losers round 2. Speaking of which, we are going to continue with losers round 2. First matchup shall be Disorded versus Blood Eyes, Falcon.
Yeah, Disorded and Blood Eyes, both becoming very prominent names in this game, and they've started to make a lot of strides in how they're playing. Disorded, no stranger to the top 8. He has been over here time and time again, whether it be through Pro Comp Online, whether it be through Open Series. Blood Eyes, not as frequently in these top 8s, but definitely representative of the Turkish region and just how strong they play Mortal Kombat, playing really fundamentally sound. And once again, back over here, but fighting against a really difficult opponent. But before we can get into all these matches, Mitsu, is there anything we should talk to the viewers at home about?
Yes, while we don't speak about the PS4 tournaments, the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition is presented by PS4 Tournaments. PS4 Tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. All you gotta do is go to compete.playstation.com, the one destination that has all the Mortal Kombat content to take a look at. You can easily see a list of available PS4 tournaments to sign up, and we talked about that earlier. It really is very easy. By the single click, you'll be registered. It reminds you, it automatically takes you to the sets. Go ahead and maybe we see you here on stream being watched by thousands of people. I know that's quite exciting, especially if it's the
great way
first
to
time.
put your name in the spotlight, right? I mean, a lot of these players really started out in doing things like the Open Series, and it's incredibly convenient from just being able to, sit at home and enter from the comfort of your own room or wherever it is that you play, and just, stay on top of it. It's a weekly competition. If you do well, you can get a lot of eyes focused on you, you potential to win money. There's a lot going on for it.
Speaking of which, this is the Week 4, so technically this marks the mid-season. We have 8 weeks total for the Mortal Kombat Pro competition. Each week, or each region, I should say, gets 8 weeks to qualify, and, slowly but surely, these individual players are trying to solidify their places in the leaderboards. I mean, we see people like Tekken Master or Wazminator just being on a rampage, definitely already being solidified, but others definitely still have to fight for that, Falcon.
We have, so those players are definitely, the strongest in their regions, and they've been showing that, really. In Europe, there's a very big mixed bag of people of a very, very close skill level. And we're seeing it all the time with these really back and forth sets. I mean, we've seen Disorded win, a few tournaments now. We've seen him perform incredibly well, but he lost to Mr. Ramirez, who is another familiar face from the Open Series, who hasn't really been around for a while, who won with Scarlet, who isn't regarded as one of the better characters in the game, So stuff like that is always, it's really cool to see. But without further ado, we just started off this match. Blood Eyes on that patented Frost, and Disorded rocking the Shang Tsung that we are also familiar with by now. How do you think this is going to go, Mitsu?
Potentially a zoning war. Disorded definitely not being shy to zone. We've seen the same from Blood Eyes, but so far, definitely a slugfest. As I say that, Blood Eyes is getting some zoning going for him. I didn't look at the variation from Disorded, but there is surely going to be a smoke shake.
So yeah, we saw the smoke shake in the beginning. I believe it's the classic Disorded variation of running the 3 ninjas with the corpse drop, is what we're seeing right now. Blood Eyes rocking a more conventional approach with Frost, but gets opened up by that jump kick OS. A signature special of Disarded at this point. Oh my goodness.
Very disrespectful, man. Is Disarded working out in his favor. Round 1.
Looked really good. Disarded, he had a bit of a health deficit in the beginning of that round, but gradually started to tack on the bits of damage and really worked out for him. Blood Eyes with a big opportunity, but dropped the punish. Gets a throw.
Oh, from downtown. Give me that spine. Thank you very much.
Oh, yep, using the rest of the string. I like the use of the forward 2 as well, just to chase him down. Use that to try and run away. And the anti-air.
From that range as well. Standing 3. Counter.
Alright, the jump over on the throw. Blood Eyes now, he has the fatal blow to work with. Disarded only needs this round. Going for the Hail Mary down 2, didn't quite work out. The Ice Quake gonna get punished though. Has to spend a break.
Escape failed for good measures. It's going to be Disarded who strikes first blood, taking the first game.
Yeah, definitely. A really impressive performance. He just seems solid in his ability to, you know, play the game. Blood Eyes unfortunately missed a few opportunities and kind of just took a lot of damage working his way towards Disarded and in these little things. That final Ice Quake at the end was quite a risk in that situation, but he did have the bar to break. Unfortunately, you know, didn't really work out in the way that he wanted, but Disarded showing once again just why he's been such a consistent player, you know, from the CIS region, dominating many of the European players. But Blood Eyes is definitely no slouch, and we're going to see some adaptations going into this next game.
Oh, it also looks like we are going to see a character change from Blood Eyes. So we've seen him use Shiva before on stream, but a Scorpion, I don't think I've seen him use a Scorpion before. It makes sense against a Premier Zoner, trying to shut that down. Not actually counter zone, but finding a way to beat it.
Yeah, I mean, having access to the helport cancel is really big anyway. Now, Demon Breath, on the other hand, is not as special. Yeah, I mean, you as the Scorpion aficionado yourself, would you like to talk about Demon Breath to the viewers at home?
Now, Demon Breath, definitely a good restand tool, but it's actually a custom move that we, I think, don't see at all in higher levels. I'm really interested what he does with it.
Alright, the jump kick OS, maximum range on that soul lift. Cashes out for almost 26%, but the jump back teleport catches him, forces the breakaway from Disarded, but he's gonna get the corner over here, Mitsu.
Oh, I think that was an option select. That's standing 2. Also fishing for a up 2 there. Very even first round.
He's just looking for his moment to try and play reactionary. The helport cancel being used. Has a little bit of space to work with, but right now a lot of jumps going on. Disarded not trying to challenge.
He got it! The raw spear.
It was honestly, that's all he really needed to look out for. Really good presence of mind from Blood Eyes. Happy to spend the fatal blow to guarantee the round off and an easy confirm when that spear connected. But that was pretty expensive because now that's a big damage resource that you don't have. So if Disarded is able to run a train in these last 2 rounds, Blood Eyes is down on that. So it might come back to bite him, but he feels like it was the best decision to use that in the round. But the opening from Disarded right here cashes down the damage.
Fishing for that breakaway, not getting it.
The escape failed
really
as well.
Good for Blood Eyes.
Scorpion Pick definitely working out a little bit better for him. Respecting the corpse drop, not trying anything fancy at the moment, just looking to buy some space, but a brilliant challenge on the helport cancel from Disarded.
And a toasty for good measures. Beautiful stuff.
Now, I like that decision right there from Blood Eyes. Just teleport yourself out the corner, right? Like, I'm pretty sure he knew that was a lost round, and he just wanted to get himself the favorable positioning to work with over here. As he's now just choosing to back off, play this part of the screen with Disarded, checks him with the back 3, but Shang being slippery as ever, that jump kick being converted into a nice chunk of damage right here for Disarded.
Spends the bar as well. Wow, 320. That's a lot for Shang Tsung. This variation anyway.
Definitely is.
Bar 2 as well.
This is gonna hurt.
Back to back and the overhead.
Yeah, right into the guessing game right there off that back one. Now we can't go into the reptile slide for anyone unaware. But Disarded
Kill him twice?
Disarded just had him in that corner and had him locked down in place, holding everything. It was really just a few instances of guessing wrong for Blood Eyes, but the Scorpion pick seemed to work a little bit better for him than Frost did.
But not enough to take the game. And man, what a sequence from Disard in that corner. Back to back 320. The crushing blow. Probably was fishing for maybe a brutality or whatever, but that was flashy. And that was dominant. Let's see if we actually see the queen from Blood Eyes.
We might see it. This is losers.
Hey.
So now it's an all or nothing, and you did just call it right here. It looks like he might be picking the queen herself. But we did see this in the Open Series very recently. And obviously, you know, Shiva quite the hot topic character since the Ultimate patch and the patch that came after. So what do you know much about this specific matchup? Because I've not often, you know, seen Shiva and Shang.
No, actually, but it makes you wonder, does the Force Lift somehow beat the Stomp? I don't think so.
I wonder if Corpse Drop beats Stomp, because it comes down from above, right? But it's a weird timing thing.
I think that's a tricky one. I think that is a tricky one. Let's see if the Disard has some Forbidden Tech. Here we go. Last chance for Blood Eyes to make something happen.
And a great trip guard right there. Gets the punish. He's going to spend the bleed right here. Disarded. He's going to roll his way out, spend the KB, knock him towards the corner as well.
Uh-huh.
One. Stop.
Respect, though. Very good block, man. That was tricky.
Did not get shimmied this time. Disarded now finding a lot of stray hits, trying to catch Blood Eyes, squirming a little bit.
No punish. Pushback messed him up a bit.
There's a backdash on the stomp. No punish, though. There's a very tricky punish to get down, but that stomp...
No!
Oh, just whiffing.
Oh, and the late breakaway, he still believes. I mean,
this is
technically,
danger.
one hit into Fatal Blow. Hold on a minute.
And
Not
that
gonna matter.
did not matter. The cheeky low checks from Disarded closes out the round for himself. He is now on set point, looking to advance further into this tournament with the stomp. Has the Oki to work with. This Blood Eyes, oh my god! Fished him out the sky.
Really good for Blood Eyes. Needs to keep it up.
Oh. Checks him
Everything
again.
is working out, Falcon.
He's just, right now, it looks like he's in Disarded's head, goes for the bonk. Oh, grabs him by the ankles again. Chuck him down. Disarded's bleeding now. Took a little bit of damage on that jump out. He's taking a little bit more. Has the Fatal Blow to work with. Great confirm. Blood Eyes without the break.
Oh, the risky stuff. The air-to-air, nothing afterwards.
Oh, it tracked the back roll. Brilliant stuff and awareness from Blood Eyes to snuff out that option from Disarded. Tying things up. He's starting to fight back now, Mitsu.
Wow. Out of danger. Easy punish with the standing 3. With patience from Blood Eyes.
But tries to space that one out, but a bit trickier on that final hit.
What's it gonna be?
Again, oh, right in front. Disarded just stood there. He held his position. That was a very, very firm read.
He was right.
All right, Oki situation. Playing respectfully, Blood Eyes is.
Oh,
the smoke shake.
Goodness. And that is...
That's gonna be that.
It's, yeah. Disarded, convincing fashion. Sending Blood Eyes out of the tournament with the 3-0. Advancing in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. You know, looking super, super strong as always. We can't really give this player enough credit. Even when he's down in the losers bracket, he still has that same energy about him. He still has that same drive to win. If not, it's being amplified. But Blood Eyes honestly was making some really good call-outs. Those stomps did not work out as I'm sure that he would have liked. Because honestly, very few of them actually connected, if any. I think he only landed maybe one stomp, 2, something like that. The rest were whiffed. And in that situation, you know, I kind of came back, like that tool of destruction kind of came back to bite him in the behind.
It definitely wasn't enough to make it happen, but good job for or two Blood Eyes who might even move up in the rankings a bit. Before this tournament, he was at 9th with 210 points, so maybe he's in that magic spot, just shy of top 8 or in top 8 after this week's placing. Yeah, so I'm sure we'll see him in the future. You know, we have still 4 weeks to go, so who knows? We might see him at the end of the season as well. But for now, it's going to be K-Top versus Magic T. And like I said, I hope it's going to be a Spawn, Falcon.
This is something I really look forward to. I think Magic T is a very enjoyable player to watch. I know that he's mostly known for the noob Cybot, has a very good noob at that. Has known to be, you know, played characters like Baraka and stuff in the past, but, you know, reasonably doesn't really want to be playing characters like that much anymore. The Spawn of Magic T's, I haven't seen that myself, so if he does end up playing Spawn, I'm really excited to see that. But it's always nice to see, you know, representation from the Latvian community as well over here in Europe East. And then K-Top, no stranger to this top 8, demolished the last time we saw them in the top 8 for Europe East, but found themselves in losers this time around, and now fighting their way through. But Magic T, quite a strong opponent, made winners top 8, and really excited to, you know, go into the future of this and see what happens.
Should be an interesting one for sure, but it also might be a Scorpion from Magic T, but I have very little doubt that it's going to be a Jackie, upgraded Jackie. No, what's the gimmick called? Upgraded, advanced? No.
Upgraded
Next gen upgraded?
basically.
There you go.
It's, yeah, with the grenade launcher, the leap. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Very
all
aggressive.
Over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it fits the K-Top style, man. Back in MKX had that Thunder Raiden.
Yeah,
you know,
Raiden,
all over you.
Predator as well, Hishku-10 Predator that we were seeing. There were always characters that were just allowing for this hyper-aggression that K-Top likes to play, very much like his brother as well, H-Top. They both play very, very aggressively. But Magic T is going to have to stop that.
Take a look at that move.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, no, there's no soul forfeit. No!
He doesn't want to be rocking the... I mean, that charging Hell Spawn, that 2-slot move, he's going to prioritize the damage, which Spawn is definitely one of the kings of, is dishing out a ridiculous amount of damage. The +2 right there. Oh, whip punish.
He hurts, that's for sure. As he should.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very representative of the character. I'm glad he gets a truck.
But K-Top, man.
Now, this is a favorable position. No confirm.
Yeah, all place. Didn't believe in it. And the tricky stuff, man.
Okay, he's gonna hold the plus frames, gets the flawless block on that 4-3. Not gonna do anything else with it because he didn't have the bar. +2. Alright, Magic T is gonna get it confirmed. There's no breakaway as well on the side of K-Top. He ends in that raising hell, that low chain right there that we used to see in V3. Now accessible anywhere.
Look at that movement, though. I mean, Spawn definitely being more threatening.
Oh, I think he tried to reversal fatal blow upwards. I think I saw a flash from Magic T.
It's just too fast, man, that leap.
Yeah, it's very hard to stuff that. You gotta catch it really early on. But big opening right here, confirmed by K-Top. Gets the breakaway as well from Magic T, but a throw tech being wise to it.
Nice to stagger with that 1-1.
Yeah, a lot of +2s into that down 1, and it's a +15 down 1 as well, so you know he's going to consistently be able to jail off of that on hit.
Yeah, it keeps you honest.
Yep, spends the KB. And that is pretty much going to be curtains over here with that damage over time in the corner.
That's
using
just
the charging
mean.
Hell Spawn. Yeah,
that is just
like,
mean, man.
It is just, you know, it's smart.
It's miserable.
It's a very clever strategy, but it's brutal to be on the receiving end of. But K-Top, just like that, you know, sifting away the first game. Magic T had a few moments. I really like the idea to try and fatal blow upwards to catch the leap, but that didn't quite work out for him as he hoped.
So K-Top still riding that momentum that he had earlier against Mobstar, and he's looking really good, if I may say so, to make it 4 in the tournament. But let's not count out Magic T just yet.
Definitely not. This guy did make winners this week. Only, I mean, I don't think it was a destructive set between him and Mercer. Mercer was definitely playing a very aggressive way, but Magic T had his moments in that set. Oh my god, are we actually going to see...
Please.
The Baraka
I'm all
pick?
for it. I'm all for it.
Oh my goodness, I wonder what loadout he's running. I can't quite see it too well. I think he, in theory, should probably be running Spine Burst against Leap.
Yeah. I mean, on paper, that would make sense.
Yeah, it makes the most sense about how you would easily deal with it.
No! Don't tease us just like that, MKT. Come on, man. Come on.
You gotta do it, you gotta do. Baraka versus Jackie, I can't comment on. But I'm sure there is some part of him that feels like, it's just better to stick it out with Noob. But this is definitely his premier character, I will say. I think, Magic T, along with people like Swift Frazier and stuff, are the representative Noob Saibot players this side of the world. Alright, tries to go for the 1-1-2 just to try and check. Ending in the slide. No dash punch confirmed from K-Top right there. But sifting underneath the jump in, that doesn't often happen.
Really fortunate for Magic T. That worked out like a charm.
It was all a read. And a double grenade right there. I think he did that on purpose.
Fortunate breakaway for Magic T there. K-Top doesn't have the bar to spend.
Oh, a brilliant challenge. Drop the confirm though, but gets the 2-1-2.
This is still doable.
I don't know,
for that, no, the drop, Falcon!
That was a really big drop. Gets the standing confirm into the fatal blow. Exactly what he needed, and Magic T steals that round away.
I mean, we've seen that time and time again in this top 8. As we try to figure out what happened on the fly. Just give us a tiny second, have some technical difficulties, but as I say that, man, we've seen it time and time again in that top 8 that rounds are just being stolen in broad daylight. Mind you, this is EU East, it's still early.
In broad daylight.
How dare them? How dare them?
Yep, before the sunset. This is shameful. No, but honestly, it was really good to see him back into these games as well. Magic T did have that first round, but over here as we catch up to it, K-Top took the second round for himself.
Just and let you guys know, the game actually just ran well. Everything worked. We just lost the footage for a teeny bit.
It's just that feed. We do apologize about any inconveniences over there, but we are still in the first game in a final round situation as we are tied up 1-1. K-Top has the advantage, but look at that. Magic T, he doesn't have the teleports that he can confirm, get bigger combos off of. But a nice chunk of damage. Speaking
of which, always finds a way to confirm this guy. Hold on a minute. Up 2 though. Spends the bar.
Armor break. Oh, he didn't have the bar to do anything else, but it whiffs the fatal blow. Magic T now doesn't have his fatal blow. K-Top's just waiting for his bar to come back with the back 2-2 whiff punish.
What a whiff punish from K-Top after whiffing that fatal blow himself.
Magic T honestly has he's definitely quite brave to have just pressed forward 2 over there in that situation. I think that K-Top was very much reluctant to do anything other than just wait for his bar to come back, but the moment he saw that whiff, he was like, okay, you know what? Bam, instant whiff punish, confirm, end the game. And now putting him at set point, because he only needs this one more game to advance through into the losers, where he has the potential of playing Discarded. But Magic T, we've seen him in this position before. We saw him start to make comebacks against Mercer earlier on in the winner's side. So there is still potential. Magic T is definitely a fighter. Never count him out until the moment is done. But he has quite an uphill battle.
Still doable. Maybe, with his back against the wall is the minute when he performs the best. But man, oh man, does he need this victory more than K-Top. K-Top currently 3rd in the standings. Magic T 19th. Need some points, man, to make something happen in the leaderboards.
All important points in a very stacked region as well. 400 damage nearly. right there. But he spent the KB really early in the first round. Might be good for Magic T. Okay, the trade. Seeing Magic T just trying to fill it out. K-Top being really patient. Confirm on the down 3, goes straight into his pressure, and now only has one more round to win to advance on to fight against Disarded.
I think that's the key word, patience. I mean, K-Top is not afraid to just block. He knows exactly when his turn is, and, you know, making the most out of it. What an anti-air, though.
I love to see that. I was thinking that would be one of the options he would go for, and actually seeing it work is great. Gets launched, though. Has to break. Oh, the down 2 whiffs, but the backdash on whiff! What a call-out!
Beautiful stuff from Magic.
Looking at really good
downtown
position.
Falcon. Can you believe it?
Over the slide, he has the fatal blow. Magic T does not have the breakaway. Didn't need to use it right there to K-Top. Oh my goodness, down 1 fatal blow, and it only worked because Magic T jumped. And K-Top, just like that, he is going to advance to fight against Disarded. Moving on in the loser's bracket, sending Magic T home. But commiserations to Magic T for doing an excellent job to make it into this top 8. Is definitely going to be getting some of those points to raise the position from that 19th that you mentioned earlier on, Metsu.
Now 1 fatal blow. He tried that earlier. Didn't work, but as you touched on, it only worked because he jumped. Magic T, unfortunately, being eliminated from the tournament, but maybe we'll see him, you know, more during this season. We still have 4 weeks to go, but that was that for this week. Anyway, K-Top advancing, which sets up Disarded versus K-Top later on. Now, this is a matchup. This is a juicy one, Falcon.
That's basically a grand finals match right there. And that's in losers. Only one of those guys is going to advance on to win this week, potentially. And that is crazy to take in. Both these guys have done damage continuously in this region. And K-Top, you know, after winning last time, 3-0ing Mobstar, just running a train on Magic T as well. And really, you can tell, is just hungry for this win.
We'll see that after a while. Actually, we'll jump into winner's side of action, which will be Mercer versus Ramirez. But before we do that, let's quickly talk about the official audio partner of the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition, Astro Gaming. Our headsets, our audio is proudly sponsored and powered by Astro for the entirety of the season. If you like what you see, go ahead and check out astrogaming.com to find out more about all their officially licensed PlayStation audio products, which are available right now.
And they are really comfortable as well, might I add. I am definitely the person, you know, I think I can speak for many people that wear glasses. Headsets can give you headaches a lot of the time, because of how tight the headbands can be at times. But these just feel great, honestly. And the audio quality on them is great as well. That is a no-shill, honest review. The Astro headsets are honestly great, and we do want to give them big shout outs as well for sponsoring the Pro Competition online. But
thanks for giving it love. Yeah, thanks for giving it, you know, the Pro Competition, the whole season, all of that love. But for now, as you said, winners finals. Let's take a look at the brackets actually to see how this top 8 currently is looking, and the story of the tournament so far. So in winners finals, it is going to be Mercer versus Mr. Ramirez. Now, Mr. Ramirez is in top 8 for a reason. He actually took down K-Top. You know, not an easy task whatsoever.
He is.
Mercer, you know, we've seen him time and time again in these PlayStation tournaments and Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition tournaments. This is, I don't know what to call it, and I don't know if this winner necessarily takes the tournament, but this is one for the books. This is an important one.
It's a hard matchup to call, isn't it? Because Scorpion and Scarlet I think it's like they both kind of control space in their own ways, but Scorpion has the help port cancel. We know that Mercer likes to use that a lot. And I feel like it would be, you know, kind of awkward from the perspective of a Scarlet player playing this matchup. But Mr. Ramirez, you know, taking down K-Top, as you said, took down a Disarded in the winner's side as well, is looking incredibly strong today. So honestly, I feel like is you know, potentially going to be taking down Mercer over here if he's been playing as well as he has before. But Mercer continuously being the ever so aggressive player that we see time and time again.
You know, the crazy thing is that none of these players are in top 8 so far in the leaderboards. Mercer just shy with 165 points.
Yeah, that is crazy, but these guys are definitely bringing the heat. Still have 4
in the leaderboards, man.
We still have those 4 extra weeks after this one. Extra tries for these guys to start building up those points, but they are in a really good position as we are now the winner of this guaranteed minimum third. A nice chunk of those points right there.
Oh, definitely. Third place, 230 points, actually.
You can tell Mr. Ramirez is trying to fish for those helport cancels with all these down ones, trying to probably bait like a blood tongue, trying to bluff the startup animation or something, but that is going to work out favorably right there for Mercer. Using the same blade for the extension, cashing out on the damage with the spear ender. Ramirez just playing the stagger game, going to knock Mercer towards a corner, but I'm sure we're going to see a teleport straight out. He doesn't want to deal with that.
What you were saying.
Gets thrown straight back into the corner, though. It's like Ramirez is trying to force him to use all this defensive bar.
Working so far. Getting one back. Good patience.
Alright,
all those blocks and the up 2 as well. Hold on a minute.
It is about time someone has blown up that stagger, because it has been running a train on people for a while. Both Mercer and Mirko have been doing a lot of damage with that 4-4-2 stagger. But regardless of that, Mercer still won the first round.
I'm surprised he actually went with a crushing blow. Did have the bar. Could have just spent that one to whatever end down. Opted to keep it, you know, safe.
Oh, a good block. Oh my god, a micro duck on that standing one, but a brilliant flawless block reversal again from Mr. Ramirez.
I like what I'm seeing, Falcon.
Spending the bar, get the extra damage, gonna set up the rain. Now Ramirez, right here, just playing the voodoo game, gets the back throw.
The voodoo game. The tricky stuff, man. That is really hard to do.
Alright, yeah, Sinblade got a bit of an awkward timing on it. Ah, the 4-4 to blow up the flawless block this time.
Straight into the spear to blow up the up 2 attempt. Mercer with the maniac stuff.
Oh, that was a punish. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Great matchup knowledge right there from Ramirez. I haven't even considered that. That feels like one of the most obvious things right there. Oh, maybe not. Maybe couldn't do it from that close.
Oh, hold on. Oh, wow. The dash in throw. No fear from Mr. Ramirez.
Yeah, that was incredibly ballsy right there, but I really rate the decision because he just got himself the round, keeps himself alive right now. Mr. Ramirez playing really patient. Mercer just trying to find an approach.
There's one.
Good block on the overhead. I like the adaptation to start using mids over there instead because he recognized that Mercer ducked him the first time he tried to challenge with stand 1.
Ouch. 2-2. Melting that life away.
Yeah, the flawless block right there. Mercer didn't have the bar to make anything happen from it. But the back throw, Mr. Ramirez, I think he's... Honestly, he's just throwing Mercer towards the corner because he's making him use a defensive bar to work his way out. But Mercer right now has no bar to work on. Scorpion with reduced mobility. Oh
no! Hold on a minute! No, he broke away. Hold on a minute. Rushing blow straight into the fatal blows. They're gonna kill. 3% left. Hold on a minute, Falcon.
I guess that was the only time Mr. Ramirez had to break, but the throw whiffed!
It was barely out of range, Falcon. That could have ended very differently. But Mercer taking the first game.
Max range, right? Absolutely. Like, I think Ramirez thought to himself, okay, you know what? I'm just out of range. Even then, he didn't have another chance to break. There was going to be a fatal blow regardless. So, you're eating a lot of damage either way, but I feel like if he didn't break over there, then it wouldn't have been as, you know, kind of like a threatening, scary situation because you have a bit more life to work with. That was a really good decision from Mercer as well. You know, taking the first game, that was really like neck and neck. For just, I mean, that's just the one game so far. Pretty much very expected from winners finals. Looking at these guys with an absolute slugfest going on between them. They're both trying to just feel out the space.
So straight rematch. No surprises here from both of these gentlemen. I think very honest sets between these two. Here we go then.
Definitely is a nice pickup off that forward 3 as well, catching the aerial. And right there, oh
Wow.
yeah, he's gonna confirm this.
And that can sometimes happen, man. Scorpion hopping over the character.
All important escape failed as well for Mr. Ramirez. Had the punish but didn't commit. He has the corner position to work with. I like the air to air. Dropped combo.
Another short top.
Ooh,
Not there with the punish.
Oh, the throw whiffed again.
Would have gotten so much more.
It feels like Mr. Ramirez has primarily been in control this game, but right now Mercer has the health lead. And the punish on the roll. Great stuff. Sinblade, and he's going to cash out with the Ender. Spends the bar. That's all he needs.
Smart stuff. Not using the 2-1-2. Rushing blow. To get the round, just takes that offensive bar, which has already been regenerated back.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to cash the forward throw right here. Up 3 spent from Mr. Ramirez. He's going to use those plus breaks for the reversal teleport.
There is no defensive bar for a breakaway. That hurt quite a bit.
He had the defensive bar, but the forward 4 in the interactable.
So tricky, this guy, man. What the heck? Who does that?
I like
forward
the use
4
of interactables,
into interactable.
honestly. Yeah, it's you know, the forward 4 spear, the forward 4 2. He's been playing the mind game a little bit, then now he's starting to incorporate the stages as an added layer on that mind game, and Mercer is now 2-0, looking really strong against Mr. Ramirez right now.
2-1. Excuse me, 2-0 in this winners finals. Looking very dominant for Mercer. Now, will there be a change this time around? I doubt it, but who knows? Straight into it. No second guesses whatsoever. Mr. Ramirez is betting his winners tournament life on the Scarlet, which took him this far, of course.
Yeah, like we know that Ramirez plays a few different characters. We've seen different characters on the Open Series. You know, we've seen Shiva, we've seen a few others. But Mr. Ramirez has always had a very prominent Scarlet, and a very threatening one at that. And it's not often that you see representation of this character within Europe. You know, there's very few Scarlet players, but they are good Scarlet players. But right now, Ramirez has a bit of an uphill battle if he wants to make it into Grand Finals winner side. From this winner's finals, Mercer right now is in a good position.
Blood Drain was active, so only took 12% off that grab.
Alright, there's a jump in. Ramirez opening up space. He's going to check him with the overhead right now. And the forward 4 didn't convert.
Wow. Beautiful confirm. Straight into the back 3.
Kept him standing over there. Ramirez getting the back throw. Might be doing, yep, forcing the use of that bar to get out the corner.
And eats another crushing blow.
Yeah, that was really damaging both players in fatal blow territory right now. Mr. Ramirez trying to do something.
That spear.
Yes, he did. Nice throw tech.
Jumping? No, straight back 1 is going to seal the deal. Doesn't need the bar. Surprise didn't end in the spear. For, yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm confused about that too for the corner.
Gonna matter too much. This is Scorpion. And the second hit of back 2 punishing. What? That was so fortunate for Mercer.
And the Sinblade.
The 2-1-2.
That opener cashing out a nice little bit of damage. Mr. Ramirez bleeding ever so slightly. He's going to cash over here with that forward 4 hit confirmed for a nice 27%.
Drain is active.
No, Mr. Ramirez. He's going to have to play real careful. It was a good throw tech from Mercer right there. The trade hits as well. Neither player's favor.
Yes,
the whip punish. spends the bar. He wants the damage over here.
He just got it back, Falcon.
Oh, the Voodoo Ring, it's out.
Oh, this is still doable for Mercer. Gets Fatal Blow on back.
That just about whiffed, and the forward 4, my goodness, of all buttons.
He jumped, Falcon. That only worked because Mr. Ramirez jumped.
And then he starts off. And then he starts off the final round of this game with forward dash 2 and 2. Oh, that whiff punish! Look at him, he shimmied, but the drop combo. Oh God, Mitsu, not like this. This is looking really good for Mr. Ramirez.
He wasn't ready, man. He wasn't ready. To whiff punish that back 3. Patience from Mr. Ramirez. Reversal throw is going to be good.
Mercer right now gets that hit confirmed. He's going to spend it over here. Almost 30% has the bar to work with. Mr. Ramirez, he still has the health advantage. Mercer's
more defensive bar. Well, Mercer, hold on a minute. What does he do with this? Surely ends in a restance. No.
No, he wants the fatal blow to threaten the final situation right now. Unbreakable. Oh, tried. Oh, that's not
just
what he wanted.
Whip. Falcon, hold on a minute.
I think that was
a scramble.
That was definitely a mistake, but the wake up fatal from there?
5% left. What's it gonna be?
Is that a Jimbo? Oh,
and
he caught the hit.
hit.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Ramirez is clawing his way through, and he just about survived that one, Mitsu.
I mean,
Still
I
in
don't
the winners
even know.
finals.
I don't even know what to call that, but definitely a scramble. Both swinging for the fences and missing. Mr. Ramirez, almost forcing the close fight.
Definitely, that very much scrambled at the end, but it worked out great for him. That dropped punish on the fatal blow was so nail-biting. I think he did forward 4-3 too fast and just got standing 3. Because you don't really have anything else that you would just get standing 3-4, I think, with Scarlet. I think it would just be the forward 4-3 being done a bit too quickly, but that was really unfortunate for him. Somehow managed to win that game, and right now he still has a chance at winning this winners final set, because we are now at 2-1.
Still in it to win it in this winners finals.
Round 1, fight.
That looked good for Mr. Ramirez.
Here we are in the Cyberlink Quay assembly. Now we do have to talk a little bit about the interactables on the stage. That little screen behind you, jump off that. It's gonna maybe be used in situations from Mercer, in tandem with the helport cancel. And you got the bombs on the right-hand side of the screen. Mercer, good block on that short hop. Not gonna bite this time, and also gets the armor break.
What punish from Mercer?
Oh my
Gets the jump in though.
That looked like the right call, but it unfortunately
On
whiffed
paper.
for Mr. Ramirez.
Yeah, right. The second hit of the teleport missing.
All right, spends out. Nice bit of damage right there. Sets up the rain. Gonna just sit in over here. Mercer now uses the forward throw.
Scary
Has a
thing
chance.
is it's still winnable as I say that. The up 3 sealing the deal. But Mercer, man, how many 4-3 crushing blows have we seen from him?
Pretty much
all he
consistent
needed.
usage of that every
Right?
game. Once again, a nice pickup off that forward 3 on an airborne opponent. 25%, not too much damage, but he gets himself in good position. Oh, a great jump in on the up 3. What a call.
Jump into as well. Beautiful stuff from Mercer. Flawless block, nothing afterwards. Yeah, it didn't have the defensive bar actually to make something happen.
Mr. Ramirez now potentially could be in the driver's seat. Great punish on the teleport. He was in Mercer's head right there. He had no other options. Mr. Ramirez setting up the rain right now.
Kind of like Mr. Ramirez now.
Go for the stagger into the throw. Oh, no punish on the up 2.
What's it gonna be? The tongue?
I like the idea to go for the midi low.
Not there with the punish of the up 3.
Oh,
Excuse me. Oh no.
Oh, this is
Double
really
finger
nail-biting,
blow.
Mitsu. He didn't confirm it!
Another
the back
misconfirm. Ah, the flawless block.
Oh my
The
goodness! The back 2s.
I mean, he's safe. He's safe here.
Oh, he
Yes.
threw the bomb! He threw the bomb! Why did he throw the bomb?
I heavily respect the option, especially with, 3% left for Mercer, but it was just the wrong call, excuse me. Match point Mercer.
Right on. Flawless block right there on the 4-3-4, not letting him show off the sandals anymore for the rest of this. And spends it right there, 32%. Ooh, oh, never mind, he got the KB. He wanted to show him the sandals. Gets the knockdown by the corner. With the rollout, Ramirez did not commit to the punish.
He didn't believe in the punish, Falcon.
Didn't.
Good block on the back three. I like him to go with the throw maybe after a block back three.
I think he's fearing getting micro-ducked a bit too much. Okay, the throw again. Mercer right now, he's working a little momentum in his favor.
Very even. Very even final round here. It's game 4. Missed the punish again on that spear.
Gonna have to get those consistent if he's able to throw it out there. Alright,
too late. Wasn't a reversal. Wasn't a reversal.
And Mercer,
I mean,
now,
how many chances is he going to give you?
Yeah, now
Smart.
Mercer's just using
Smart.
the spear. Like, he knows that he's not being punished for it.
Time, Falcon, time. 17 seconds.
Yep. 15, he has a jump
Ramirez
interactable right next to him.
needs to make something happen here. Time, 10 seconds!
That was a
He's
good
getting
trip
the life
guard.
lead here. Hold on, Falcon!
Oh. Oh, the jump! Ah! Whoa, this trap!
Who wins?
What?
Who won? Mr.
wrong.
Ramirez, by the skin of his teeth.
How is he
taking
doing
it.
this?
I mean...
That is a speed
I
bag
mean-
if I've ever seen one. How is he doing this, Mitsu?
Falcon, take over, please.
Both of these games have been so close. He's like getting away by an absolute hair. Like nothing. It's so minuscule. And in that situation, that was mostly down to chip. Mostly. And then he got that throw right in the final second, and that tiny bit of damage just sealed the deal, right? And Mr. Ramirez right now has just tied up the score, as we are now at 2-2 on the verge of a potential 3-0 reverse sweep in this winners finals.
I'm still trying to recover from that throw, man. The initial hit of that throw was enough to give him the life advantage. I mean, that was so close.
Honestly,
Hey.
Mr. Ramirez has been he's been taking advantage excellently and making the most of these very scramble situations. He's been doing a fantastic job at just... I don't know if he's staying composed, but he's been winning the games, right? So there's a
staying
level
alive.
of composition at least over there.
He's staying alive. That's what he's doing. Final match. Winners finals. Mr. Ramirez versus Mercer. What a set so far. And what a start for Mercer here.
Oh,
And
punish
that
on the
is
up
just-
3.
That is just filthy. Filthy tech to beat the up 3 attempt.
Oh, is that a flawless block attempt or something? I am so confused. Okay. Oh, the throw did not work out for Mercer, but
Oh, there was no punish after that neutral duck.
I
Good
mean,
interruption though.
That was a great challenge right there from Mr. Ramirez as he's gonna knock down Mercer over here. Oh, it made him gassy! He waited.
Wow. The shimmy from Mr. Ramirez is putting him on match point.
Oh,
How
yeah.
is he on match point against Mercer, Falcon?
He just did things, didn't he? He just suddenly started to unleash. We are now seeing the final form of Mr. Ramirez. On the verge of a 3-0 reverse sweep on someone like Mercer in winners finals. Alright, the Sin Blade not gonna work. Oh, the whiff! He gets the punish this time. Spends the bar.
Good check, keep him honest after the teleport. This is looking really good for Mr. Ramirez, Falcon.
Can't speak too soon right now. Mercer is known to make some comebacks, but the down 2 on the back 3. What a challenge right there.
There's a way to beat it.
Definitely wins the damage trade over there, especially with this much of a health lead. You don't have much to worry about. That was very hard to say.
Don't worry about it, this is just too intense. Who needs words?
True. Oh, he didn't want to spend the fatal blow this time. Okay, uses the full string. Mercer not going to
This
go
is
for the
too
up 2.
close, Falcon! Still has this defensive bar for a cancel teleport. Does he need it? Flawless lock on the tongue.
Oh, it's a flawless block. He didn't have the defensive bar.
What a flawless! Oh! What a tackle that throw.
Oh, the 4-2!
Empty
It's not gonna
jumping.
kill.
Still alive, 3%.
Up 3? No. Delay, wake up.
Back to. Wow, he's really swinging for the fences. Down 1, 4-3.
Oh
Mercer.
my goodness. Mitsu,
Double
we are
match
here.
points.
We're here, exactly. We're here in the final round situation. That jump 3 still connected? Oh my goodness.
Down
And the
4. Cancelled into a teleport. Damage over time.
Oh, he
Smoke
couldn't find
assist! Finally gets it.
it. Mercer did not want to spend the breakaway.
Wow, didn't want to spend the bar apparently as well. Maybe didn't believe in it.
Oh. Everything is a very nail-biting situation right now. Mercer has a decent health lead. One more touch and Mr. Ramirez is going to be in Fatal Blow territory. No confirm.
Wake up buttons though. Ah! No up to attempt this time. Double down 1, trying to keep him honest. Lots of staggers here.
Oh, a big whiff.
What a whip
opportunity.
punish!
He built some health back. He doesn't have Fatal Blow anymore. Well, he doesn't have it anyway.
Oh, the teleport! Ah, it's
Bro.
so many parts of my body just squeezing at the same time.
Oh, and that down 1 to close things out as Mercer holds it down and dismantles any opportunity at a reverse sweep, taking it 3-2 over Mr. Ramirez. What a hell of a set, Mitsu.
I'm just happy it's over, man. That was too much on a Sunday evening, man. What the heck? Oh, he almost made it happen. But Mercer, once again, after facing adversity, being victorious. That was, I think, fair to say, the set of the evening so far, man.
That has definitely been the closest, most scramble heavy towards the end. Just all over the place brawl, hasn't it? Like, we've just seen 2 guys just go throwing hands in the cage, and that's what we love to see, really, in winners finals. What a great set that was. But Mr. Ramirez has got a tough opponent again, as you only have killers this deep into the bracket, because he has to fight against the winner of Disarded and K-Top.
And the scary thing is, he's still in the tournament, man. Like, he is not out whatsoever, so who knows what he can do with his second life, Falcon.
Yeah, for sure. But before we can get into all that stuff, we do just want to quickly talk about our presenting partner, the PS4 Tournament Open Series. If you guys haven't heard of it before, it is a free-to-enter, accessible Open Series tournament from the comfort of your own home, straight from your console if you are on PS. And it is as easy as signing up. They got weekly competitions available to all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. Just be sure to visit compete.playstation.com and link your PSN account. Get signed up. It is completely free. It is open to everyone, and you can win big if you play really well. It's a good chance to find your competitive footing in this world of online play at the moment.
Definitely, and to make a name for yourself. I mean,
yeah.
A few years ago, you just made a name for yourself, in like first to tens or, mostly community-based or hosted events. Nowadays, it's much easier. It's much easier to attract thousands of people with this platform that we have due to the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. So thanks to all the partners for supporting this, series. And, we still have a lot of action where this came from. But for now, going back into losers action, we have Disarded versus K-Top standing by, and this might be another,
this is going to be another
one of those situations, Falcon, man.
Yeah, I'm expecting this to be an all-out. Both of these guys are so aggressive. So we're watching K-Top. So far has been the strongest performing Greek player since the Ultimate patch has come out. And then we have on the other side, Disarded, an incredibly dominant performance that we've been seeing as of late from him, from the Russian Shang player. And now when we have both these guys clashing, I don't think we've seen these guys play very often, but when they play, it is really, really balls to the wall.
So both staying honest with their characters. It is going to be Shang Tsung from Disarded versus Jackie from K-Top. I mean, would be surprising to see otherwise, especially seeing how well they've done respectively in the tournament so far with their characters. Looking forward to this one, man. Loser side.
Yeah, only one of these guys is going to be making it through to fight against Mr. Ramirez. Hard to believe when both these... Oh, he just went for 3 of them? Desarded held block patiently through all of that, but didn't really get much off of it. Oh, and a nice punish. He just... Very wise, good call out. Knowing Desarded wasn't going to spend the bar over there, but he finds the hit.
Patience.
Oh! Blocked.
Immediately sending a message to Desarded. Don't you ever try your mix-ups on me.
I feel like he could have gotten a much better punish off of it. Potentially could have even closed out the round over there, but now Desarded has a chance. He has the corner. Plus frames. Checks him with the standing 3. Oh, a nice challenge, but the corpse drop trades.
Double fatal blow situation.
Oh my goodness.
Well, how about that? Like that reptile slide? Hold that overhead.
That was a very... that was quite the decision from Desarded over there. Worked out perfectly for him in a round that seemed like he might have lost it. Right now, he gets that forward throw, builds back a little bit of health, knocking Kate up into that corner, denying the dash punch with the knee.
Wow.
So.
Lots of staggers here from Desarded, really threatening K-Top.
He is just forcing K-Top to respect him right now, and K-Top's execution is looking a little bit sloppy, might I add, Mitsu. But right there, speaking of it, never mind, gets a 3-3 reposition, tiny bit of that burn damage.
And this might be death? Nope, 5%.
Very close, and that is that.
Desarded diffusing K-Top, who's just been on fire. In this top 8.
Desarded has been playing very well. But that round, it's hard to believe that round was against someone like K-Top. Because it's not often you see K-Top being the person who is just sitting there blocking, you know, respecting the other person, because he's making his opponent do that. But in this situation, he's just getting clipped by things that, you know, Desarded is doing smart stuff against what K-Top is trying to do. He's doing down 2 on block and to just completely stand still 1-1-4 because he knows that K-Top's coming in to press a button. And it works. Stuff like that is working for him. And it seems just frustrating for K-Top at the moment. There were a couple missed opportunities when it came to a bit more damage cash out, but, you know, I think we're going to see the adaptations going into this next match. Both these guys are incredibly good players, adapting on the fly quite a lot as well.
So let's see how this second match goes. How does K-Top answer back? Once again, loser semifinals. Loser will be eliminated. That's a way better start immediately for K-Top. Look at that, man.
Just like that. Speaking of the damage now, he's actually cashing it out this time. Gets that 40%.
Really smart stuff going into the first lift.
Yeah, tries to use that 1-1 stagger. It didn't work out. The delay wake up. K-Top being wise to it as he's now fighting his way out the corner.
Below, plus frames. Good flawless block afterwards. No more bar whatsoever for K-Top though.
Oh my god! That was an insane call out. I mean, usually in this situation, I feel like a Shang would probably go into a 1-1 or something to jail you, but K-Top made a hard read and just reversal fatal blow straight through it. Oh, the reptile slide not gonna work out.
Speaking of hard read, man. Tried to slide in from downtown. K-Top being wise to it, watching his feet.
Okay, the amplify on that corpse drop, getting a little bit of damage for Desarded. Gets the punish. Ooh. Okay, plus frames. Choosing to be respectful. Oh, the duck, but no punish.
He did everything right. He called the down 2 out. Didn't find the punish though.
Nice throw escape though. Gets clipped by that grenade launcher. K-Top tried to make a read on the breakaway right there. Tried to get some damage. Tried to bait it. Didn't bite. Didn't started. As he now gets an anti-air. Forces the breakaway from K-Top. Has the corner with the plus frames. right? Using the grenade launcher is not going to work out for him. This can, I think it can kill.
I'm not sure about the scaling.
Yeah,
it's about 41%.
It's 950 health though. I think, yeah.
And that's a good point that she doesn't have. Yeah, he needed less than 40. Of course, Jackie's still struggling with 950. I'm joking, was struggling. Don't hag me.
Over here, the triple uppercuts right there gets the knockdown 36. He's got the corner of the forward 1-2 staggers. Oh, throws him out the poke. Okay, plus frames. Oh, the grenade launcher straight away. What a call out. Right there, the challenge attempt from Desardo gets the throw tech, but to what avail the duck?
It's so much more though, man. Even the damage over time. Yeah, I mean.
Oh! Yep, he's burning. He's burning. K-Top only has to do that. Gotta play. Oh, he tried to find a whiff punish.
He could have turtled so much the minute he got all of that life lead. It's going to be a 1 apiece.
Pretty much what we expected between both these guys, right? It seems like neither player has a distinct advantage, but both players are very happy to play their own game. But it seems to be a very snowball effect, where one person plays their game, they have momentum for a while, then the other person steals that momentum for a while, and it really goes back and forth. Where Disarded was in control of the tempo in the first game, but K-Top took that in the second.
Right back into it. I mean, that was the K-Top we saw earlier in today's tournament. Just very offensive heavy, being very tight with the combos, with the confirms. That looked more like the K-Top we've seen earlier.
Yeah, probably just shaking off a little bit of that rust from having not played for a little while from before, but definitely looking a little more alive from that second game, as we're now in game number 3, 1-1 apiece between these guys. Remember, this is loser semifinals, as you see underneath the timer. One of these guys is going to be making it through the tournament, and one of them is going to be, well, I can't say sent home, they're playing from home, but they are
eliminated.
Out of the tournament. Yeah.
There you go, there you go.
Thanks, Mitsu.
Sure, I got you. Been missing up twice today.
And the forward throw in the corner, he's got the space to work with. A throw tech from Disarded. The setting 3 didn't work out against the grenade launcher.
1-2.
That's big damage right there, and sets up the
and
burning
more
carpet.
blue stuff.
Okay, maybe try
Good
to
meaty.
get a flawless block.
Good patience, but even chip at this point, man.
I mean, this is just a very dangerous position to be in. He gets a tiny bit of health back. I'm not sure it's going to help too much as he's now burning. Yeah, that's going to be that. K-Top now.
That's just tragic.
Yeah, what can you do in that situation? You know,
suffer.
Yeah. Precisely. The jump kick OS into that Ermic. Soul lift right there. The corpse drop as well. Tries to get a punish, but the down 2 punish. I like that. Knowledge. A nice chunky 41%, or a little bit more than that, probably about 43, is the 950 HP from Shang. And Disarded is looking really in control this round. But this is upgraded 2.0 with Fatal Blow.
Grab after the plus frames. Does he run this one back?
Oh my goodness. Couldn't quite get the combo over there, but that's not gonna matter. The 1-1-2 into the Fatal Blow finds the hit. Just had Disarded blocking for a bit too long. Disarded made a couple wrong choices in trying to challenge in situations and just got clipped for it. As you see, a comeback from K-Top now has the lead in the points in this set over here, as he's now up 2-1.
What a sequence. I mean, what can you say about that? Just had the sword blocking for God knows how long. Found the hit, easy confirm. And that was a comeback. K-Top being up 2-1.
Disarded is definitely looking strong. He had that round, but I feel like, you know, the commentator's curse really kicked in over there. Where it's upgraded 2.0. She already hurts with a successful hit, right? She's already going to make you bleed and do damage over time. And then with Fatal Blow as well, you're running into meterless confirmable options that are, unbreakable. So in that kind of situation, it is mega scary to be on the defensive against a character like Jackie with those resources at her disposal. And K-Top took full advantage of that, is now on set point, looking to potentially eliminate Disheartened.
Wouldn't surprise me if we went to a match 5.
That would not surprise me indeed either.
But far away from that, K-Top, not to be underestimated, would make this happen in convincing and quick fashion. Let's see how this one plays out.
All right,
Good punish.
Yeah, I really like how he's actively punishing that quite a lot. Not letting any of that being gotten away with. Okay, Disheartened just holding his ground. Doesn't want to move too much. Escape failed as well. He's got the Oki to his K-Top. Oh, and that down two?
Evading that forward 2 string.
This is gonna hurt so much right there. Ends without the actual ender right there. I'm not sure if that was just to keep him closer.
Probably. He was looking for something.
But Disheartened got himself around.
Good grab. 1, 2.
Okay, plus frames makes him hold the forward 3. Leaps himself into the corner though.
Not gonna matter too much. This is Jackie.
Guess that 3-3.
Back into the corner you go.
Plus frames again, counter hit. This is gonna hurt. Disheartened. He tried to challenge without breakaway. Risky stuff.
All over him. What a comeback. I mean, that is so disrespectful, man. That is just so mean. And just like that, K-Top puts himself on match point to eliminate Disheartened.
Guaranteed sadness is a very plausible option. Right there with that flame carpet. Oh, the back 2, whiffing, but no overcommitment from K-Top as he's now working on the pressure right here. Disheartened. Oh, he didn't commit. Finds a hit though.
Yeah, straight to down 2 in case of a breakaway. Speaking of which, no
Oh,
more defensive bar.
He's looking really good for Disheartened right now. He's going to spend this and he's going to get a nice chunk of damage, but no kill. A 1-1-2.
So I think, as expected from both of us, Falcon, both guys all over each other. Now, almost taking turns at being dominant.
Yeah, for sure.
Very convincing round for K-Top. Disheartened answering back in convincing fashion, and it all leads to this. A final game between K-Top and Disheartened. Once again, losers semifinals.
When Disheartened has people in the corner, he's able to really enforce his very aggressive style. He makes people guess a lot. He's very good at using the 402 media like as a means of shimmying people. Now, there's something that I think works in MK11, and that's slow buttons being able, or buttons of a certain speed, they usually are slower, being able to shimmy people. And I feel like he does that a lot with 402 after he knocks someone down in the corner. And not just that, he's also got his 1-1 game. He's got his standing 3, which we use. Disheartened probably uses standing 3 more than most Shangs that I see, if not all of them. A very good way of just using that just to space you and keep you at that certain range that he wants to. But K-Top's been playing incredibly aggressively and just making him hold it everywhere on the screen, cashing out huge amounts of damage every touch.
Oh, what a punish on that whiff down 2. Maybe
Pulling the trigger.
preemptively? Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit too early on that, but Disheartened has a good position to work with. Never mind that, the back throw and the Oki for K-Top right here is he's got the corner to work with the plus frames.
Throw escape. And... oh no, that was the worst case scenario for Disheartened. That put in the corner as well after getting a absolute beating. K-Top on match point.
Looking really, really strong in his final game and hungry to make it further to these points.
More offensive. Or just got it back. Make something happen. But Disheartened, man, speaking of which, has to make something happen.
Oh, and the escape failed as well. He knows that he's going to try and look for the back throw. Layered mind games right there. Flawless block on the jump in. Couldn't get the shrapnel out, but not gonna matter. The triple grenade launcher as well. Not working out for K-Top. Disheartened has a chance. Has to spend it.
Really good patience from Disheartened. Not sure about opting to go with the Fatal Blow, considering the life.
It's the most damage he can get off of this touch, right? And then if K-Top, if he were able to break, then it would have worked out a little bit better.
Maybe that's what he was fishing for, but his life is just slowly
good block in the
melting
overhead.
away.
Okay, the down 2, he read the breakaway. The 114 overcommitment didn't quite work out for him. Disarded has a chance. Good block!
I love the idea. I love the idea, Falcon. The mix-up at that point in stage in the round. All right,
Oh,
all
he's
right, we got
already
it,
dead!
K-Top. We got it, we got it.
He's already dead!
The mix-up on the overheads or the slides, fortunately, didn't work this time around. It is going to be K-Top who advances in the tournaments. At least he opts to go with the friendship.
K-Top has been a monster in the Pro Comp Online. For every single time that we've seen him in this top 8, he's just been on a tear. With a very popular, arguably the best loadout for Jackie Breaks as well, being incredibly impressive and just able to utilize that so much. Now, I think Disarded has done an excellent job to make it this far in the tournament, but unfortunately he did fall over there and is now eliminated from this bracket, as both those guys, believe it or not, were in losers. But now, Disarded, having fallen, the hopes are with the against Mr. Ramirez. My mind just went completely blank for a second.
You're good, you're good.
But
We got the
K-Top
bracket on the
against
screen.
Mr. Ramirez in the losers finals for a chance to run a Mercer in the grand finals, sitting comfortably over there in the winners, Mitsu.
This should be a very interesting one as well. So we have 2 more sets to go in this top 8, Mr. Ramirez versus K-Top. And of course, the grand finals. We'll jump into that in just a teeny bit. But for now, let's talk about some awesome Mortal Kombat gear. The Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition merch store. Rep your realm, rep your character, rep your community. Go ahead and visit amazon.com/Mortal Kombat to browse some awesome gear. Be it shirts, being accessories for your phone, all the goodness can be found over there, Falcon. But for now, I think we're actually going to go for a quick break and have a little bit of a commentator change. I'll actually tag in catch up for the rest of the tournament. So just stay tuned. We'll see you in just a teeny bit. Don't go anywhere.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series.
Ready to rumble?
Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here in the EU East Pro Competition online bracket. I am Falcon, and we've rotated now to the talented P&D Ketchup himself. How you doing, Ryan?
Cheers, mate. No, I'm doing well. Doing well, Falcon. It's good to be back again. And it's been a really fun bracket so far, hasn't it? We now have a revenge match, basically, from yesterday's action. For those that don't know, it's you qualify for the top 8 on the Saturday, and then play in the top 8 on the Sunday, which is the big stream thing here on NetherRealm and PlayStation as well, I believe, PlayStation channels. But this is a run back because I actually saw a lot of people asking in the stream chat during this, who beat K-Top? Because K-Top started, look at the bracket, K-Top started in loser's bracket, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people thinking, well, who the hell beat K-Top? He's been playing so well. It actually was Mr. Ramirez. When they played yesterday, it was him who was able to send the Greek Jackie into this loser situation. So it's either going to be a 2-0 this week, or we're going to end things 1-1. But hey, look, it's the top 8, right? This is where it kind of matters the most. So I'm looking forward to it very much.
Yeah, and this top 3 position, you know, these guys are in a healthy standing when it comes to points, but now they're fighting for a prospect of more points. That first place has a significant amount more than something like second or third. But this is the potential at a run back, you know, for K-Top. If K-Top he wins this, then that is going to be the run back from winners that you mentioned earlier. But also, Mr. Ramirez is going to have to work for the run back against Mercer in grand finals, because Mercer is the one that put him into losers. So both these guys are kind of have their own reasons to try so hard over here. But right now, K-Top is in a really good position in terms of the leaderboards for EU East, whereas people like, you know, Mr. Ramirez and Mercer are more in need of those points to guarantee a spot for regional finals.
And we are, you know, kind of at that halfway point now. You know, we often call it week 4 because there's pretty much, you know, once a month with the way things are currently going, give or take. And it's kind of crazy to think we've had so many of these already, because it feels like Pro Comp only just got announced and now we're halfway through. Like, how that happened, I have no idea. Time is just a theory at the moment, it seems, with all of us being stuck at home. But this matchup being probably the Scarlet, and you and I actually were talking about this a little bit during the break, but the fact that Scarlet is a character that the specialists can really thrive with, but this is what I was thinking. So Mr. Ramirez playing mostly Scarlet, but during Aftermath made a bit of a transition to Sindel. And Sindel, she's a winner of Ultimate too, and she can, and it is, as you can see here, the Air Banshee Dash. That is the magic move in this matchup. It controls the air, the screen space. So it's a bit harder. And then the Whip and Flip, the Low Star Screamer, I think this could be a really effective variation here.
I think you're right there, Ketchup. I mean, he has a lot of ways of shutting down the aerial mobility that we all know Jackie's very good at. And right there we see the Air Banshee being used at the beginning just to try and fish out any potential movement in that Low Star Screamer just to check him in the neutral.
We start with an air-to-air too. K-Top's always going to have those in mind. The cheeky little surprise overhead as well. Looks like Mr. Ramirez, trying to confirm from that air catch, but not quite. So we're going to get a full combo here into knockdown. Corner pressure for K-Top, plus frames, which Mr. Ramirez, very respectful player on defense. It's no wonder he's going to sit and hold that. Wonder if we'll start to see maybe some flawless blocks later. Wow, that's a point-blank whiff.
Yeah, that surely must have been an input error right there. Mr. Ramirez now has quite a bit of a health deficit in a very dangerous situation.
Oh,
that dash punch, though.
Now let's talk about the utility. We have that Low Star Screamer for absolute full screen, but it's definitely less about that in this matchup. The Whip and Flip for the air control and being able to just get damage. But it is that Air Banshee Dash trying to shut down the advances of K-Top. Hasn't really had much of a chance to do any of that yet because K-Top's been point blank the entire time. We do see a Whip and Flip able to at least get him out of the corner. But the Sindel not getting a couple of potential confirms here. Outstanding one could have been so much more, but just sticking it out by itself. Might take this entire game, Falcon, to maybe just find his feet. That's a nice anti-air.
Maybe, yeah, and that is a nice little bit of Sindel tech right there. Using that down forward to anti-air against the leap on the crossovers. Really useful stuff and natural knowledge. But right here, this is a dangerous situation right here. I don't think you can survive this.
Bang, 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 bang. Ooh, yeah. And then I say done because we know what comes next. The plasma. The plasma all over the floor and nothing you can challenge. And what a dominant game one that was, but it has to be said, I don't think that really was a matchup thing. It just kind of seemed like that Sindel, I don't want to use the term rusty, but I think it wasn't in its top speed, was it? There was still us kind of getting that momentum, and hopefully this next game, if he goes Sindel, will be a bit more comfortable.
Just a little bit like uncomfortable. You can tell that there's, you know, a slight bit of not unfamiliarity, but just a lack of time, as much time being put into Sindel, which is quite obvious, you know, given how we see Mr. Ramirez play Scarlet. And I don't really, you know, there were a couple of like call-outs that I think Mr. Ramirez was trying, but just chose a very risky space to try these in, you know, against a character like Jackie who's just going to delete your health bar. Like the instant air banshees at point blank, you know, kind of proving to be very detrimental for him.
Which is rare. You're actually used to seeing, I mean, I'm going to say every Russian Sindel, to be honest with you. They've had this character on lock for so long, whether it was Dubasic before Cabal, whether it's Val, whether it's Mr. Ramirez. Sindel, definitely a character that was always seen to be able to fight a leap-heavy Jackie. Not so sure about Ultimate, has to be said. Not a matchup I'm as familiar with now, but clearly there's a reason Mr. Ramirez has picked this. Maybe this was the matchup he won with when they fought yesterday, but it's kind of looking like things are a bit different now, whatever it is, because K-Top is absolutely annihilating so far.
That escape failed is going to come in really handy for Mr. Ramirez right now if he holds on to it. Got a big health deficit at the moment, and K-Top, you know, is going to slowly chip away at it with the burn. Oh, that's a big catch, but forces the breakaway. Oh, he's actually going to spend it, though. Right over here. Risky stuff, probably looking for the air banshee, but K-Top being wise to it. He doesn't need to overcommit to anything. Just sitting down the guaranteed damage to close it out.
Oh, and that's going to be free damage. Just a situation now for K-Top to continue to look strong here. Mr. Ramirez not really able to find a footing. You know, you look at this matchup, and Sindel, she does have options to kind of shut down that advance. Thing is, K-Top, like kind of like now, before that trade anyway, that sent them both full screen, he's finding that one opportunity to close in the space. And then we spend the rest of the round, a breaker gets used by Mr. Ramirez, and then Jackie's on you all round long. You can't create that room that you're supposed to be good at.
Definitely, and K-Top has been absolutely asphyxiating with his gameplay so far. Made the down 2 whiff over there. A nice little chunk of damage right there from Mr. Ramirez. Potentially the start of something, but the back 2 into the dash punch.
Flawless block. Needs a bit more than that. Lovely catch on the 1-1. Okay, 18% damage, just like that. Stagger on the forward 4. Right, we're starting to get a foot here. It's not just defending and trying to poke out. Now we're finally getting some offense of our own. But the whiff! Oh, the counter hit K-Top! This is ridiculous, Falcon.
You definitely know that Banshee Scream was just a little bit too late for Mr. Ramirez. It was the right idea if K-Top committed to the button on the way in. But K-Top taking full advantage of that situation. A nice confirm into a fatal blow. Takes the first over Mr. Ramirez. You know, really strong. Sorry, that was the second. The second, not the first.
Right. But this is, I mean, the thing is, I know you were just like, hey, second, not the first. You could have fooled me with how quickly these games are going. We've all been there where a set is so quick, you're like, wait a minute, that was game 2 already? And I think, to be honest with you, Falcon, that's a testament to how dominant K-Top has been so far. This Sindel has not been working now. Is it going to be a change back to Scarlet? Because clearly the Sindel was picked for matchup reasons.
Yeah.
And again, the Sindel all the way. I've definitely heard Scarlet players in the past say they don't like this matchup. They do not like fighting Jackie. Sindel has arguably better tools.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if this is, I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume that this is definitely a comfort pick. And in this sense, it's like Mr. Ramirez is going to live and die by the Sindel pick as he's now on his tournament life. K-Top, on the other hand, you know, the player who we saw win the last time in Europe East, even in the losers bracket, just looks incredibly dominant as if he was in the winners to begin with.
Now, here we go again. Are we going to see another one of these one-sided games? It looks like Mr. Ramirez has barely had a chance so far. And K-Top's looking for that swift revenge. Swift, maybe the magic word. Oh, does that really option select? You may as well amplify, but catching it so low, Falcon, it missed.
That it did. He missed a very crucial potential opportunity for a lot of damage right there. The 1-1-2 going to work out. Oh, the down 2 on Wake Up? A big call out.
Pressure again. The double amplify just to stay safe and keep the pressure on rolling. Forward 4. Problem is, when Jackie has the life lead... Oh, never mind. My point becomes completely irrelevant because here comes the catch and the whip and flip. Mr. Ramirez, hang on a minute. No! Falcon, he was 1% away from getting fatal blow. That would have won the round, but he didn't have it. Oh, no!
That really came back to haunt him as K-Top is now on set point in losers finals. That was ridiculous. Mr. Ramirez, he got a lot of damage on that Unbreakable, but just didn't have enough to close out
1% less health, he would have had fatal blow, Falcon. That would have been the round. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Poor old Mr. Ramirez. Now match point down here. K-Top with the jump in and the corner pressure. I like that 1-1 to escape, but yeah, that is one of the most tragic situations where you just needed 1% less.
And right now, this is Mr. Ramirez in the corner. This tournament, life on the line. The down 1 check not going to work out. He has the hit confirm on that down 4. Trying to work with the corner positioning, but the back forward too. And dash punch. Oh my.
Okay, that up 2. Is it going to be the saving grace, the start of the comeback? Fatal blow. It is now ready at last.
But Mr. Ramirez
will he have an opportunity? Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. We spoke too soon. Game over. K-Top now, grand finals. And up against the Mercer.
Is that the second time we've seen easy fatality tokens being expended entirely? Is this...
it looks like it, doesn't it? We're at the range. People in tournament, they like to friendship, right? You do easy fatalities, which for those that don't know how you do fatalities without... Not fatalities, they're easy. Friendships without hitting the no blocking requirement. Easy fatality tokens. I like to call them like fake friendships or like cheating friendships because they're not really friendships.
You don't meet the actual requirement for them, right?
But I think we are in a position where people are starting to run out of those tokens, man. We went into it with hundreds. Some players had thousands of easy fatality tokens, and now people are like, nothing's happening. I'm pressed in, but nothing's happening. But now, grand finals, Vulcan, Mercer, and K-Top.
So I have no idea what the actual score ended at when K-Top and Mr. Ramirez fought in winners. But a 3-0 in losers finals from K-Top just showed that is one hell of an adaptation. He really just learned from his mistakes over there and looked incredibly dominant in that set. And now grand finals against Mercer, Mercer being on the winner's side. You know, this is a matchup that we've seen quite a lot since the game has come out with Jackie against Scorpion. Not something that we're very much a stranger to, but both these guys like to play very aggressive. Mercer, very stagger-heavy game, just like K-Top. Do you think anyone has necessarily the advantage over the other player going into this catch-up?
I kind of think that first game is going to give us all the information that we need. Before we get into this grand finals, I'd like to give one final shout out before we wrap up this part of the show. astrogaming.com. They are, in fact, the official audio partner of the MK11 Pro competition, and all of our audio that we use and that you can see is powered by them. I've even got some of those really special little Mortal Kombat side panels that I was fortunate enough to get about a year ago at Final Combat. If you want to find out more about Astro Gaming, go to astrogaming.com for all of their officially licensed PlayStation products, all of which is available right now. Tune in, and thank you very much, Astro, for the support. Pro competition. Now it's grand finals time.
Yeah.
Vulcan. I personally think, in a weird way, I actually do think that K-Top has the edge here. I think that he's just looking so crazy dominant. And Mercer, the one thing that might change this is that A, he has historically been good at fighting upgraded, even though this is not upgraded. B, he has got a pocket Cetrion.
He does indeed. That's a very good point to touch on. And he will pull it out if necessary, where we've seen that in the past. But I think K-Top, you know, his engine is warm. He just came out of a very high level set. Whereas Mercer, I don't know if Mercer has been practicing in a little bit of the downtime since we've seen him play last. But right there, the back one straight away confirmed into the teleport and kicking things off with a bit of a cheeky Sin Blade. Doesn't want to try and use the advantage, just using to open up space.
I like that. I really like that use of Mercer. When you break away Mercer, he always has that kind of meaty Sin Blade coming down. Not always going to be plus. If he hits it on that higher end, it's a little bit less. But it means that you can't challenge with wake-up buttons, right? There's really no way you can compete with it.
And the wake-up jumps get stuffed as well. Right there.
Hang on.
Oh my
Lovely.
goodness. These teleport confirms have been impeccable in that first round.
And now that's a confirm here. Jackie already going to start that crazy offense, and that's going to be one nice little neat combo to begin things. 38%. And now we start to push forward. Even more of it from K-Top. Full speed ahead, it looks like.
He dropped the remainder of that combo. Could have potentially converted into more. Up 3 whiffing from Mercer, but he has the corner positioning. He has the fatal blow to work with. Oh, overcommits against the breakaway.
Yep, and a full combo. Nice little side switch ender as well, which gives really an even situation, but now back to the wall. I think Mercer, this is where the pressure starts to exist. Do you teleport out? Yeah, I guess so. That's the question answered.
Mercer really doesn't like having his back in the corner. He will definitely spend that bar to break his way out of there, but eats that damage, trying to teleport in the wrong space right there. K-Top, he's gonna get the forward throw, so nothing guaranteed off this. Oh, overcommit with no punish. Just a down 1.
Now, I say K-Top, I kind of believe that his Jackie definitely has what it takes to win another one of these tournaments, but the thing is, he does have that extra work. For those that don't know the double elimination format, and of which part of the work is already done, it seems. K-Top, if he wins this 3 out of 5, he'll reset the bracket because he's coming in from losers. He has to basically put Mercer in losers first and then win again. But with a game like that, how that first round was good, but the other 2 rounds were better. I'd say 5 games away from tournament win, we could definitely be there.
Yeah, I think you are right. He's looking very, very much in control of momentum. I think Mercer was looking really good in that first round, but after that, it was the K-Top game from then on out. And we're going to have to see some ample adjustments from Mercer because there's a very big difference when it comes to the stagger game between both of these characters. Mercer is essentially relying on those reactions to be able to confirm and to teleport, but that's not even going to matter anymore, as we're now seeing Cetrion, which I mentioned before.
This is actually why I brought it up, because I look at Jackie in this current state, and there's a reason that Mercer has been using a lot more Cetrion than he used to, you know, during the Aftermath days. So I kind of had a feeling he was going to go Cetrion here, because he hasn't. I mean, look, this is winner's bracket, like, comfort zone, I think. If he wants to try the Cetrion, this is where you give it a go, when you've got games to work with.
Yeah, definitely. And also, you know, Mercer needs these points more than K-Top does as well. So I think he's going to kind of, you know, try whatever he's got to try just in order to win the set over here in Grand Finals.
Cetrion definitely a character that can fight Jackie. You're pretty much looking at the top 2 characters in the game right now. To be honest, that's up for debate, but I certainly
Very hard to
so.
argue with that, yeah.
I mean, competitively, they have the results in every tournament, and that's going to be
goodness.
The KB dash punch out of nowhere, trying to leap forward, but it will be the Amplify knocking him down. A bit of a different matchup here. K-Top, though, thanks to Open Series, plenty of opportunities to fight Acid and Massa.
My goodness.
So he is used to this matchup, Falcon, let me tell you.
That I'm sure he is. Mercer and Aso play, you know, quite a different way. In that situation, I do not think I saw Demati would have teleported himself into the corner, drops a confirm.
Oh dear. Oh god, no! He actually can't kill because the Fatal Blow's not here.
It isn't, but chip territory almost enough. And the 1-1 to close things out. That was a very scrambled ending, almost slipped away from Mercer.
Round 2, fight.
Okay,
I mean, I gotta look at that situation, not being able to punish the Fatal Blow. That was seriously, like, I look at that situation, I'm like, that is one of the worst rounds to lose, because technically it's there. I'm sure Jackie could have punished it too. He
Just
must have
dash
something.
punching.
Yeah.
I think he tried to go for the full combo punish. He wanted the max damage right there. Got a little bit too antsy with it. And right now, oh, if that was a straight one, that would have hurt bad. But we're seeing a big health lead right now from K-Top, who's just comfortable sitting back. We're seeing a teleport in from Mercer. Questionable decision without the breakaway, but he's not going to need it. The punish on the dash punch right there.
I'd say dash punch definitely going to be less risk against a Cetrion in this situation, purely because, you know, if she doesn't get that KB, her damage is going to be about maybe like an 18%, 20% for a bar. So if you have a massive life lead, K-Top, he's going to be willing to take that damage, at least while he has life to burn. Oh, auto-correct!
The auto-correction right there.
Yes, oh, I mean, let's just take one of the best characters and then have a move that's even better. The wins. Auto-correcting unlike I've ever seen. Elder Goddess is correct.
Okay, using these wins a lot to enforce the pressure. The restand right there again. Challenge on hit from K-Top. Acknowledging the minor plus frames. Did not care. Oh
Knows the breaker is coming. Wow! I mean, I think it's risky that Mercer either ducked there or press buttons. Like with that meaty string, that was only ever going to go one way.
That is too right. And Mercer, oh, he tried the full string? Why on earth? The dash punch KB has already been spent, so he couldn't get it there. The boulder...
Oh no! She goes right behind Cetrion as the boulder gets thrown, somehow able to thread the needle, Falcon, and 1 game away from a bracket reset.
K-Top has been playing these games so fast. Like, so fast. We saw a 3-0 very quickly in Losers Finals. We are now at 2-0 in Grand Finals. K-Top 1 game away from resetting the bracket. It hasn't even been that long catch-up. It's not been long at all.
It hasn't. But K-Top with the Jackie, this is the kind of pace that you grow to expect. He's just so fast. And Jackie doesn't help matters. Well, no, she does, but I mean, you know, she doesn't help things. If you're trying to go for like a slow-paced game, you take K-Top, who already plays it like a million miles an hour. Sorry, pick up at the worst possible time mid-sentence. K-Top already plays NetherRealm games at the speed of light, and now he's got a Jackie of this caliber. It's, you know, it's a match made in heaven, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, given like when we had Mitsuones on the mic earlier, we were talking about K-Top during MKX, you know, just incredibly aggressive and has the right kind of characters to cater to that kind of playstyle. And this
man, he mained run cancels. That's it.
Yeah.
He mained the run cancel mechanic.
Forever the aggressor right here as he gets a nice big opening right there. Now, Mercer eats so much damage, even just by the time he's broken. He's already eaten close to 30% or just over. Punish on the dash punch.
Now, you look at the life lead you sit on versus a Jackie. And the thing is, I always say, your life lead against a Jackie is not really a life lead, because all it takes is that one time she closes in distance. Rush down, the damage of the crazy large combos. Lovely anti-air. Oh, whiff on the wins!
That did not work out for Mercer. But yeah, definitely, you know, and Jackie, even when you get her down in health, it's still a scary situation, like right there. You got the fatal blow, any touch could kill you unbreakable.
Oh no!
My God!
Oh, the first hit got blocked, Vulcan, but the second one certainly didn't.
There's no
oh
mix-up
no!
off that. It just worked.
Sometimes it just works, and that's one of the times. Match point, reset point. Wait a minute. Don't want to run before I can walk. This is a reset point now for K-Top. Oh, what a swift 3-0 this would be, Falcon.
Okay, good block, but kept him patient. Yeah, I mean, only 102 damage on that confirmed. Very minimal compared to the damage of Jackie, who just turned out 243. Off a nice confirm from K-Top, who is looking really much so in the driver's seat in this set at the moment. These throws working out quite favorably for Mercer at the moment.
Oh dear, letting the whole string rot. You're going to take so much damage before you even have a chance to break meaty plus frames. And he will sit and hold the rest of this offense. A clean anti-air. Again, no armor break attempt and no wins for the restand either. One more chance, another chance opening itself up. Wait a minute. And at this health, he's not even going to need to use Fatal Blow. That's it.
There's that confirm, that standing one having such a generous hitbox size. Confirms the hit. Mercer now keeps himself avoiding this bracket reset right now. Very, very narrowly, but K-Top with a huge leap in, closes the gap instantaneously. Right now he is making Mercer hurt so much, who just didn't break any of that 40%.
I'm not sure I like the lack of break because it put you so close to the corner, but you know what? He was able to take the risk and fight his way back out, so instantly able to kind of prevent that situation from even being a problem. And now, actually, has a bit of a life lead. I always say against Jackie, you know, that's punishable.
No.
He's only going to need to spend one bar here. Actually, yeah, spends it and gets the breakaway. So he's saving it. You can see he's saving that offensive bar so much. He wants that shrapnel blast so bad. There it is. But there's the anti-air again.
Oh, no fatal blow, though. I question that decision if it would have potentially maybe killed.
Oh, and he gets it. Wait a minute. All right. We said a swift 3-0 was on the cards, but Mercer pulled it back.
Just about managed to hold that one down, winning the game for himself, and, you know, just stopping that bracket reset has the potential to win the set before that could happen. But K-Top has looked incredibly good so far. There were just, you know, a couple of those situations, like when Mercer didn't break against that 40%. It's quite surprising when a player makes that decision very early on in the round, but they still managed to win the round.
So we have to look at how this goes. So this situation now, we have the Cetrion and Jackie, a matchup that, I mean, look, there's no getting around the fact that we have seen this matchup possibly a million times since Ultimate came out. But with the development and really, when I'm looking at like what adaptations you can make here, it's kind of hard to say because they both have such a variety of tools.
Yeah.
You have no choice really but to take it on that game by game basis. You know, K-Top, it was the rush down and the crazy offense that got those first two games. And in that game, it was very much, I think, K-Top being a bit too eager to close it out. And that's really what Cetrion wants you to do, because it's not just zoning. Cetrion, it's buttons, it's footsies. Anti-air. I mean, how many times have we seen that anti-air of the instant blast? it's the main thing that is catching K-Top all the time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Mercer's got those really well-placed standing ones. Commit to the full string again. Actually manages to find a hit over there. And K-Top with a big whiff punish right here. Are we going to see Mercer break? We are. 30% though. And I also really like the down 2 call out from Mercer straight away wake up, because K-Top has been using the back 3-4 immediate so much in this top 8, but hasn't been pressed buttons on once against it. And right there, oh my god, this is danger. Right here, he's gonna get that 4-2 into the fatal blow. One drop cost him the round right there, catch up.
Yes, it did. And now, another one of these situations where K-Top 1 round away, throwing himself in to the reset point. And that will just be the halfway mark of this grand finals, if we reach it. Is this going to be Cetrion and Jackie all the way? And that's the question. The wins, extra plus frames, the respect being shown, can't quite pick it up. Didn't quite get his dash buffer in there, but doesn't matter, because he's still able to get the pressure onwards. Good chip as well. Oh god, the active frames of Cetrion's buttons. Oh, counter hit!
Oh my goodness. He has to break over here. 316. Oh, that's a big
Another
block.
punish. Goes down to what I was saying before, where it's, only 19%, but wait a sec, K-Top takes the 19% and gives himself 36 for that neutral duck. Now confirm. No confirm into Fatal Blow, that would have been the round.
I was very surprised about that one, really wasn't ready to pull the triggers.
Oh, but the opportunity is taken away from him, and that's the reset. Now let's talk about the very obvious error there. Fatal Blow was available. You hit the 2-hit.
Yep.
Cetrion, part of being a Cetrion main is having that kind of 2-hit confirm into Fatal Blow instantly. The thing about Mercer is he's not a Cetrion main. There are little small elements like that. If he hit a 2-hit there with Scorpion, I bet you he would have confirmed it. But with Cetrion, it is a secondary for him. So those small little callouts.
It's the mild unfamiliarity, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
set bracket.
It's crazy though, because you'd think that's like a very fundamental decision that would translate across the characters. And I feel like a 1-1 Fatal Blow with Scorpion being the win condition and a 1-1 Fatal Blow with Cetrion kind of, are quite similar. But clearly just wasn't ready to pull that. The bracket has been reset. We're seeing Mercer switch back to Scorpion as well. Who I honestly think he was kind of doing a bit better with. I think he might have just felt more comfortable playing the matchup with Cetrion, but we see that Mercer is just a better player when it comes to Scorpion. It's his character, right?
Comfort goes a long way. You can look at the tier list all you want, but if you're more comfortable with one character than another, that is where the chips are down. Now, 1-1 confirm. Let's not forget.
The drop!
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have a little bit of difficulty against Jackie because she does kind of have that, that female hurt box, which is a little bit harder to combo, especially with those kind of late Scorpion 1-1s. I guess the Sin Blade combos certainly don't help that. And not only that, but they'll probably bother you a little bit because that was a dropped combo into Demolition. And hopefully he doesn't get too tilted.
Yeah, that was an absolute bloodbath from the corner right there. I see Mercer just made the wrong choice every time. Oh my goodness! It's not often you see the
Scorpion into space! Oh, 20%. Give it to me. Oh! You know when I said he's going to have difficulty with certain combos because the smaller hurt boxes?
Yep.
Oh, Jackie!
37% on hit for that one right there. 1-1 short pops. Oh man, the whiffed air button into these grenade launchers doing so much work for K-Top as we are now seeing the health slowly tick away from Mercer. Isn't burning anymore but gets opened up.
Oh god, absolute destruction. So now we ask the question, are we going to see a variation change? Because I don't think that Sin Blade, look, the Sin Blade is not working because he is struggling with the combos against Jackie's small hurt box. So I've seen Scorpion players pick Reborn against Jackie because you have the air grab KB. I've seen the teleport cancel, the classic. But what do you do? Because Cetrion didn't really work out. But that Scorpion didn't do anything. And is he even confident with Scorpion now? Because that's 2 times he picked Scorpion here, and it just didn't work out. I think for a different variation.
So I reckon that it really probably would come down to a variation thing. I think that was probably a good way of testing his most comfortable variation that he's been playing a lot recently. Chances are he could still be using it, but there's the big element of getting punished on hit after whiffing those Sin Blades. So he's probably gonna have to maybe go for some slightly conventional combos, without the Sin Blade, just to avoid potentially losing almost half your life bar just for whiffing that.
And that's now going to be a swift and dominant game one. Oh, didn't get punished. That would have been a horrible way for Mercer to start, and definitely a head-shaking moment for sure.
Man,
Overcommit.
definitely taking a lot more risks.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see if they just somehow drop the cancel or overcommit. I guess with Scorpion players, it can be hard to tell. But Mercer, unfortunately, getting clipped again. Full combo in the corner. Doesn't need to spend any extra meter on the launch because we're in the corner. All it takes is a neutral jump. Tries really hard to interrupt. He can't manage. Falcon, this is looking like a wash.
Mercer, yeah, just really scrambling to try and make his way out the corner. It seems like he just doesn't like being in here looking for any opportunity to get his way out. Spends the bar just to try and make it work. The K-Top, like you said, I mean, he is just bringing the mop right now to Mercer. Mercer just looks incredibly overwhelmed.
Another confirm. The meterless knockdown still bagged an impressive 18%. Doesn't have meter for the shrapnel blast, but it doesn't matter. Beats out the teleport. Oh. Everything's coming up. Millhouse, the forward 3 stagger into throw. Good start, but he needs so much more than this.
Standing 2, surely a missed input right there. Probably a forward 1-2. Right here, the down 1 check on wake up. I like that decision to challenge the forward 3.
Oh, the fear has been put into Mercer. A lovely standing 1 anti-air, though. K-Top doesn't go for a back-to-back blast. He takes 23% for his trouble.
I think that right there, that little sequence just told us that Mercer hasn't quite tilted yet. He's still feeling good.
The double blast, though. The fatal blow. He presses. Oh, no!
Goodness!
That's comboed. Oh, that's a combo right there.
That's
the game over.
Exactly what happened to Magic T. The down 1 fatal blow worked because he jumped. The same thing happened to Mercer right here. K-Top now, after this reset, is now on 2-0. Only 1 game away from winning this week catch-up.
That is looking... How do I put this? A little bit easy for K-Top. This has been a really rough road for poor old Mercer. Nothing in this grand finals has worked for him. He's tried the Scorpion, he's tried the Cetrion, he's gone back to Scorpion. Does he now go back to Cetrion? So many questions. And it almost seems like he has no faith in the Simblade anymore. And he does go in for the same variation. You know, this is what I definitely consider the Mercer variation. He was the first Scorpion player I saw using Sinblade as a big part of his kit. But against the Jackie, the likes of K-Top, this is looking like, I think, an impossible task. I'd like nothing more than to see a Game 5, but with how K-Top is playing, it's hard to see that as reality right now. This could be the final game of the tournament, folks.
Yeah, this is a very difficult one because K-Top has just been running an absolute train. Mercer had, you know, times where he was doing something in his favor, but right now, I mean, K-Top's just dismantling him. That back 1 start is a very good potential opportunity. A nice confirm as well on that forward 4-2, caught K-Top ducking.
I like the meaty forward 3 into down 1 turn stealer. Used to seeing players, Scorpion players after the breaker use forward 3-4, so we kind of called that out just a little bit. K-Top significantly down on life, but have I cursed it? All it takes is 1 good moment to close in the distance and a grabs, and we're so close to equalizing.
He is basically chip damage away, or a single hit away from building that fatal blow as well, which is going to be so scary. And Mercer is squirming over here in the corner. Challenges on +2. Worked out for him, though.
Just a little bit of life left to go. That chip has brought him into just shy of grab to kill territory, but there's still a bit of extra damage in there. The back 3.
That wasn't a
flawless
punish.
block.
It wasn't a kill!
No! If K-Top had the fatal blow.
Oh,
he got it!
Oh my god.
He doesn't even need it.
What are we seeing right now, catch up? K-Top right now is on set point. He's on tournament point.
Yes, he is. Nothing. You know what I said? Nothing has been working out for Mercer. K-Top, I got to say, actually, he did the right thing, even if he didn't need it. Oh, God!
God, that's a Jimbo. That was sick.
His nose. His poor nose. The double blast. The throw tech. But I'm still melting. The plasma. It's all over. Get it off me.
Staggers. Short hop to stop that jump out the corner. Mercer now. Oh, he had potential right there. Gets the forward throw.
But he's putting his feet in it.
Oh!
K-Top says no win for you. The down 2 from absolutely out of nowhere, and the last breaker Mercer is going to get in this round as the onslaught of Jackie plus frames into the fact that he's got 2 bars, and he tries to anti-air with no success.
Oh, the combo!
The drop!
Oh! My goodness. This is ridiculous. That dropped combo really did cost him the round. Mercer, again, just before the reset, somehow managing to get by.
Wait. I present to you a scenario where Mercer reverse sweeps off the back of that.
The prophecy, will he fill it?
The chosen one. The chosen one, Mercer! I told you. Uh-oh. No punish. A punish, though! Hang on a minute, Mercer. Wait a second. Oh, the pickup!
He's catching K-Top squirming. Oh, that's a big opening hit. He has a fatal blow to work with as well. Mercer has no breakaway yet. Oh! Oh, no, he got opened up over here. Danger territory.
Now it's fatal blow. The anti-cross-up teleport!
My God!
Oh, God! Mercer with the game. Vulcan, right. Now I said it. We need to talk about it. That's game 1 for Mercer. If he wins 2 more, the tournament's over, and we're going into, this next game's a clean slate. What if? I don't want to be the guy to say it.
But I know what you're thinking, and everyone watching knows what you're thinking. But what if? We saw better play, much better play in that game from Mercer when it came to making the right calls, especially in those clutch moments. And honestly, it's crazy because how K-Top was playing was so explosive. He was on set point. He had that like in the palm of his hand and then let it slip through. Pretty much the same thing what happened to Mercer that K-Top took advantage of earlier.
Man, I'm looking at this now. And I gotta say, actually, the final play too. One thing Mercer has always been fantastic at is the reversal teleport out of the shrapnel blast situation. It was a very common tactic that he used against Upgraded. A lot riskier now because the grenade launcher has it's got a larger hitbox on it, but he's been the master of that tech for many months. I'm not surprised to see him pull it out. But now, has to deal with this Jackie rush down again. Tries to anti-air. Unfortunately, the back-to-back blast is going to get that call out. Teleport. Turn stealing down 1. Oh, and again, you can't teleport out.
I love
Complete
that read.
answer back.
Corner carry in 2 sequences right there as well, Ketchup. He's got the plus frames to work with. Looks for a whiff punish. Nice anti-air, though, from Mercer.
The meaty forward 3-4. Once again, you want to try and wake up Button. Here comes that counter hit. The fact you've already used your breaker. Actually, not quite. What am I talking about? He's still got his 2 bars of defense ready to rock. And the punish. Doesn't commit. It could have been a bigger punish, but it'll take a throw. He has to watch out for the damage on the floor, though.
Just under 50% life as well. Mercer has a few different hits if he wants to try and win this one. Whereas K-Top opening up space might not have been the right call. The 1 grenade launcher.
Oh, hard position to survive there, Falcon. You have 1 piece of last breath. Jackie has just used a shrapnel blast. You can't get out. That had to be unwinnable. And now tournament point again for K-Top.
For sure, he's gonna get this back throw. Oki over here, mid-screen. The jump, gonna get challenged. Air to air 1 by K-Top. Finds the back 3-4 as well. And Mercer really swinging as well.
That could have been a punish, but I just think the fear has been put into him.
Nice.
Speaking of anti-cross-up, I told you, he's got that tech on lockdown. Overcommits, there we go. Lets the whole string go, but the down 2 still picks him up. And this is a scary situation now, Vulcan. Again! The same! Drops it!
That was a very costly drop for Mercer. You can't be dropping that in this situation.
What is going on? He's just swinging.
Oh, he's burning. He has the interactable to work with. Does that tick? Doesn't want to use it.
That jump in could be the beginning of the end. Finally manages to find something, but he's pretty much any touch away from going down. Just over 7%. And that's it.
Mercer
needs to find this fatal blow.
Oh, he got it!
My God! He won't need the fatal blow. Wait, no, he will. He will. Don't let them break.
That was the only thing he needed. I'm surprised that K-Top got hit by it. It was really just K-Top's game to win, wasn't it?
I mean, 27 seconds on the clock. He could have been patient.
Yeah. And right here, we're in a final round situation. Once again, Mercer not backing down, fighting his way out, keeping himself alive.
Waiting for the double blast and really looking for the third, I think. The KB on dash punch is gone, so the teleport to get just to a safer distance, not going to be as punishing as it once was. Staggers the 4-3 twice. Looks for an anti-air, but no. Again, showing respect. Doesn't want to get jumped in on. Lovely tech again. No tech this time. He tried. He tried.
Escape failed. Mercer playing really defensive right now. Gets the KB.
Teleport cancel into a turn, stealing down 1. Who cares about flawless blocking that forward 4 string now? The 1-1 confirm, master! I told you, Falcon 2-1-2. Here we go.
He doesn't drop it this time. He's going to get just over 35%. That health is ticking down. K-Top in the corner. Has Fatal Blow to work with.
Oh no!
What a whiff punish. Keeping this all unbreakable up until then. Fatal Blow, yep, just in case he broke. That's huge damage, though, even if he didn't break.
That would have been a massive throw. If he broke, K-Top was looking for it. He puts himself in a great position all the same. The teleport, the trade, and that will be the win eventually. But K-Top, he was definitely sweating a lot more than perhaps he wanted to. Mercer, gotta give him a shout out. The absolute level of clutch he was able to put forward here was still really impressive. Let me just scooch over because I keep accidentally uncentering myself, and now we're good to go. That grand finals though, Falcon, was very good.
That was really, really... I mean, honestly, K-Top had the momentum for a majority of that grand finals set, but Mercer had his moments that almost looked like he could have really turned things around. K-Top, though, an incredibly destructive path throughout the entirety of top 8 from losers, and now managing to just dominate his way through the entire bracket. Look at that. 3-0 on Mobstar, 3-0 on Magic T, 3-2 over Disarded, 3-0 over Mr. Ramirez, and then the 3-1 against Mercer. Ridiculously played, and once again winning back-to-back, holding that position.
It's a return to form. We've said this a little bit in the past, and just in case those aren't aware, K-Top, hailing from Greece, for the first year of Mortal Kombat 11's competitive season, he and his brother H-Dope were unable to play any game at all. They had to take the entire first year out, and they watched tournaments and watched streams, but they weren't able to play games for the first year of it. They were a year late, and they had to kind of play catch-up. And Ultimate, I know K-Top had actually, I think K-Top and H-Dope, they were kind of in agreement that Ultimate was good for them because we're going in with a bit more of a clean slate. Like, characters are still characters, but the customs and the new variations and that is definitely a new meta. And there has been a new meta in the game. And it was good for them. It kind of let the whole community go into this new experience. And K-Top was able to kind of join that movement. Where now, look, I said return to form for good reason.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the end of the tournament. And that will be, at least for this first half of the day, what we're going to be wrapping up. I want to give one final shout out to the PS4 tournaments, because that is how this whole program is put together. It's all done through compete.playstation.com. It is not just the pro competition. There is also the PS4 Open Series for Mortal Kombat 11, which is weekly tournaments with a weekly cash prize, an invitational every Tuesday, and then a monthly final. You can catch the next Open Series tournament this coming Tuesday, which will be both EU/CIS and then North America. So it's always a good time. It's always a good time indeed. But that will be all we have time for now in this first half, because we are going to be taking a bit of a break, and then we will commence EU West. So my name has been Ketchup, joined by the talented Falcon and Mitsuones, who I'm sure is out there somewhere watching this stream. We'll have you back in a little bit. And go take a break, grab some lunch, have a cup of tea or something. I know I will. And we'll see you for EU West. See you in a bit.
Jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series.
Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app.
Filter by type and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play.
Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time.
A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match.
Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.